like a show. Joe said hello, coffee, steam, rise, sunrise glow. Mix it with the beats, got the rhythm, let it go. Rooster crow, radio blast, moving fast. Bodies moving, never snoozing, ain't no first class. Kahunanui dance moves, people's dreams shatter. Joe's laughter contagious, next thing don't matter. Morning show, madness, dunks and strong grooves. CC Joe, Kahunanui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag dripping heavy, no snooze abuse. Headlines read like a joke, can't help but poke. Weather report, Kahunanui chokes on his coat. Traffic jams, Joe spins, make head smoke. Listeners buzzing, all fired up, no joke. Morning chat, cat napping, no way. Coffee sip, Joe slip, hooray. Kahunanui antics replay. Morning laugh track every day. Show madness, dunks and strong grooves. CC Joe, Kahunanui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag dripping heavy, no snooze abuse. Morning show madness, dunks and strong grooves. CC Joe, Kahunanui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag dripping heavy, no snooze abuse.
Wow, what a powerful song here, man. You know,
Love
it's kind of like
Gets
I'm
you up,
like
it's going.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, that is powerful stuff, man. What a morning. I am just getting up. What a night, Alpha Shot Lounge. Lou the God here. Lou, aka now Big Blue Lou. Look at that.
Leaning into the big blue Lou.
Look at that. Isn't that sweet? We got Gaseous here with us this morning. Wait a second. Who I see? Do I see a... Oh, wait a second. Whoa, what happened? I lost sound. Hello? Hello, testing.
I hear you.
Hello, testing. Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
What happened here? Hello, hello. Hello.
Your earphones. Earphones.
There we go. We good? We good? Oh, my God.
Now you're
lost
plugged
sound.
in.
Good morning, Miss Honeybee. Miss Honeybee.
Morning.
We love that. Oh my God, we're supposed to be watching in the back here. Supposed to be in the background. I got a lot to say about last night. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like I'm on cloud nine. I don't know about you, Kahuna.
Oh,
And I'm CC Joe with the morning show, and this is my sidekick and partner, Big Kahunanui. We love you guys, and welcome to what we hope to be someday the greatest morning show on this end of YouTube. Look at this wonderful thumbnail we got. You know, Kahuna and I, we like colors. The colors are great, but Kahuna, the perfectionist that he is, detail. His eye is so precise to the detail of everything. Miss Honeybee, he says that you're a wonderful person. He loves you, but he said he's yelling at me today. He goes, you need to.
I was not yelling.
He wasn't yelling. I'm just kidding.
I was not yelling. I just
he goes, you made the font a little bit too small on the morning to the show. I said, no. I look, I go, damn, I did, didn't I? I go, but I didn't do that.
I think it'd probably be better if the show was same as the morning.
Yeah, that's what he thinks the show should be. That's the only thing he was in. And he goes, I go, no, that's.
And then my name in the same color and font as Joey.
He's so picky, isn't he? I mean, what are we gonna do with him, Miss Honeybee? I don't know what to do with this guy.
You can make the font smaller, but
look at him. He's just rolling, ain't he? And he here's a guy. He's got no, he's not being
mean to anybody. Off air.
No. Let me tell you something. I watched Howard Stern one day.
Miss Honeybee did such a good job on that.
Yeah.
I hate to be critical.
But that's what how Howard Stern got people, and that worked for him. They would come to him often, and then he'd work it right in. He'd say, and it'd be gold. It's gold when it was gold. How I did that because you're the best. Kahunanui, I wouldn't want it any other way. He's gonna be like Fred and Howard Stern, Robin and Howard Stern. It's gonna be Kahuna. Except we started later. We didn't start at 20 years old. We're in our 50s starting. So that means we got to stay around for another 40 years to be 108 years old, 98 years old. Kahuna with his chain, with his little cane. I'll be in a wheelchair with no legs by then. And, he'll be chasing me around with his cane. I'll be trying to get the scooter to jump start because the batteries are dead. And, I'll be, hey, we got Mr. Big Shot, or I'm sorry, Commissioner will be coming in with his scooter. And can you believe this? I asked him last night, tell me the truth. Did you wreck? He looked 60 miles an hour scooter. This kid he shouldn't be nowhere near this scooter. We're going to get a phone call. Yeah, he's going to be in traction somewhere. God forbid, knock on wood. It's going to be bad. He wants to stream. He wants a live stream while he's on that thing. It's going to be bad. What do you think, Kahuna? You think he should do that? What do you think? Should he be live streaming while he's on that scooter doing 50 miles an hour?
No. Well, he's got it turned down. He said 23.
He does. But wait a second. Did he really know?
Flying on a scooter though.
23 miles an hour with him driving. Come on. He's. There's no way this is going to come out good for him. He's not going to even make it to the airport. But to get to Florida, should we go to New York?
He'll be laying next to his mom getting dental work done.
Oh my God! Now I don't know what you guys.
Jaw reset.
Everybody loves him and Spider when they first came on, and he, we've been through all his great changes. He's just pure gold. But I tell you what, you guys don't know him like I know him. He's such a good person. I mean, deep down, he just tries and tries. Some things he's just not meant to do. There's like a. When he was working with me, he's great at prepping and helping me set up dinner for the players. He gets everything. He understands it. Being a perfectionist, how he puts the table set up with all the food and how he makes sure that the plates are there and silverware. But I wouldn't have him cook any of the food. Not saying that he can't cook, but it wouldn't work. He does not need a scooter. He needs not to have a scooter. We need to tell him to trade it in. Now, I mean this, because this could get really bad. This is like having, how can I put this? This is like having Helen Keller driving. This is how this is. This is how this is. And my daughter's profoundly deaf, so I'm not knocking anything about the deaf people or the blind people. This is like him being Helen Keller driving that scooter around where he lives. This is how bad this is. And I mean, it's going to be bad because he's going to think he's got it tight down to 23 miles an hour, and all of a sudden he's going to hit the button and it's going to go. He's just going to get thrown off guard, and next thing you know, he's going to be going. I mean, this is going to get ugly. And you know what? He'll probably walk off with a couple scratches. It'll be like so close, but it'll be a big deal. And you'll see pictures in the news of the scooter bent like a pretzel, and you're looking, how does he only have a scratch on his head? Because that's
I wonder if they have any kind of helmet laws there where he is. He should definitely be wearing a helmet on that.
Yeah, I worry about him because he's like the national.
I know when I was that age, I'd have never wore a helmet.
Yeah, I won't listen to me. You know how they got motorcycles in different states. Every state's different with motorcycle helmets. So you see people when you travel and you see Harleys on the road, and if they don't have a helmet, but you always see the helmet on the back, tied to the little bracket that's back there that you put the helmet on, and you got to have it. It's just you got to have it. Illinois used to be, in the very beginning, you had to wear a helmet everywhere you went, and I hated it. Now I've had a endorsement for a motorcycle license for 40 years. I hated it. I remember the first time I got pulled over, I didn't have a helmet on. I got a ticket. I just wouldn't do it. The second time I got one, during that time I was waiting to go to court, they changed the law, no helmets. So it was like a big break for me back then. I was like, just in my early 20s. And now it stayed like that. But then there used to be, I don't know if you guys remember, you didn't have to have mandatory insurance on motorcycles. It just, you didn't. Now, Florida's the same way. You do not have to have, they'll pull me over in a car. If you don't got insurance, you get a ticket. You got any type of vehicle. But if you get pulled over in a motorcycle, I got pulled over and they goes, where's your insurance? I go, I didn't have the card. I go, I don't have it. I don't have insurance. He goes, I'm giving you a ticket. I go, you don't need a ticket about insurance on a motorcycle in Florida. And he's going riding back. Giving me
I don't know. I don't know. I would check into that because
it's true.
if you hit somebody, you got to be covered.
You don't need it. It's not required for a motorcycle in Florida. It's smart to have it, like you're saying. It's very. I always had it, but I didn't have the card with me, so I just kind of because he got pulled me over, and I was, I got pissed off about that. But I went to court. He didn't show up as showing up, but I told him, and that's what he was reading and reading all the laws, and I looked it up, and Christine looked at. You do not. It's not required. Look it up right now. Look it up. Anybody. Not required to have motorcycle insurance. Not required. Not a requirement. You don't have. It's not mandatory. Everybody has it because you got to have, especially in Florida, you got to have insurance. You'd be crazy not to.
Damn, you are correct.
I am correct. I do not state statements. I'm not these shows that are going to make statements just to rile up people. Okay, I'm telling you, I know things. Okay,
that is freaking crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Now,
so what happens if you live in Florida and you're traveling in another state?
Well, I mean that's the catch-22 because most states you got to have the insurance, right? Most states, I would say
Minnesota, you do.
Well, I'm going to probably say Minnesota and 44 other states. Probably you have to have, whatever 49 other states, 50 other states, with the exception of Florida. It's crazy. I'm like, but see, if you look at laws like that, and if you're kind of a little shady like I used to be, and I don't know if we're all shady at some point in our life. We've all challenged something. And if anybody says they'd have it, then they're full of shit. We've all tried when we were full of piss and vinegar as young men boasting into the world. We've all tried something. Oh, let me see if I can do this. And then when you get away with it, here's the catch. When you get away with something, you're like, wow, man, I got away with that. Let me go a little further. It's just like when you're having sex. What's the best sex you could have with someone you love? Is it in the car taking a chance breaking the law, or is it at home on a routine day?
On top of a water tower.
Exactly. It's what makes it intensified because we're not supposed to do it, but we do it anyhow, right? Yo, Mason, what's up, brother? What's up? Big boss in the house. Charlie, don't sir. Miss Honeybee, Lulu, Big Blue Lou, kahunanui. We should take a vote.
All states except Florida require motorcycle insurance.
Am I telling you? This is my Florida. I can't stand it here. This is what I'm talking. This is my argument with Florida. They are so backwards. First of all, if you're not a Republican here, forget about it. You get nothing. You'll be begging for anything that you're allowed to have because this has always been a predominant Republican state going back to when Jeb Bush was the governor here. When his brother made it in, his brothers won. Remember the election when he first ran and it went on, they didn't have a president for 2 or 3 months? Remember it was late electing a president? When November came, and I think they just said until sometime in January of the following year, and they kept counting the votes, and he kept doing all that, and they wanted a new election.
Yep.
No. In Florida, and they're going to tell me that Jeb, big brother Jeb or baby brother Jeb, didn't say, "Oh, we got this. We got to do this the right way." And then he left being a governor, and he went and worked in the White House with his brother. Come on. You think Daddy didn't come down and grab him by his because Jeb was his favorite. He loved Jeb. Jeb couldn't do no wrong. And George was a wild alcoholic on the baseball team, and it was crazy. Snorting cocaine, and that's the other thing. These presidents, look at them. Look at the perfect example is the son Junior when he became president. He was more wild than probably all of us put together in the chat room. That man was drinking whiskey, snorting cocaine off of girls' titties, off of their buttocks. He was a wild man. When I tell you wild, I mean wild. I actually loved the guy because I worked for the Texas Rangers when he was acting owner / they gave him a big office in the corridor there. He had a big old office, big old Texas office. Crazy as a whip. Partying like a crazy man. But he was cool. He was cool, man. He was even cool when he became president. He became really, really religious. He relied on God a lot. He prayed before every meeting. Everybody had to pray in a group, and he put himself around good people. He was the opposite of his father. He had more heart than his father. You know, when it came down to it, his father couldn't do the war thing, but he would have. He listened to his people. You know, presidents. People don't understand presidents. They got a tough decision when they're getting you got 4 generals in there telling them, we got to go to war. We got to go to war. We're ready. We're ready. And he's like, man, oh man, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a second to say good morning to Charlie Don't Surf. He entered the chat with a growl.
Wow.
I don't know if he woke up on the wrong side of the bed or what that means. Got Miss Honey Bee in here, Lou to God, Big Blue Lou, Big Boss. Good morning,
everybody.
Mason Portland.
Yes.
AKA Shane Gillis.
Isn't that something?
Morning.
Mason. You know, I gotta tell you guys. I Kahuna kept last night. Yeah, he had things to do. His wife's waiting for me. She's in bed. She's all ready for go to bed for the next morning, get up and start her day. He's trying to just be very cordial with me, and I kept saying, all right, we're gonna end this, and I kept rambling on. And Kahuna just finally said, I gotta go. He just abandoned ship. He said, I gotta go, man. I love you, but I gotta go. So now you know
you're trying to wait it out because you're saying you're gonna end. I thought, well, okay, I'll wait till the end. And he started rambling. And then I don't remember what happened, but you said I could go all night. I'll go all night.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this.
All I know is now he's gone. And poor Mr.
He was texting.
He's got no shot because
Spider was texting me. He says, Joey's falling asleep. And I'm stream. What do I do? I said, just leave.
This device he's giving you. Just leave. He's just telling me this morning. Just leave. So can you imagine?
Freaking delirious.
I was out of it, man. I mean, I could look at a corner of my eye and God bless her, and she's not feeling good, and she's like, come on, you know, and I could Kahuna's already gone, and poor Spiders, aka Catalan TV commissioner. He won't. You know how he is. He won't. When I'm talking, he won't interrupt me. He won't say. I mean, he's doomed. He's lost now. He's locked. And I'm doing this. All right, we're gonna end this. We're gonna. And I'm boom and I'm like, oh my god. And he just was a trooper. And I finally. Oh, here's the best part. I go, okay, we're out of here. I end it. I know I don't end it. I end the first button. I push the stream. I mean the outro song, and I went like this. This is what I did. I'm like this. I come back, it's still live, and he's still looking at me. And the intro song never played.
Is that what he meant when you said when he texted me and said Joey fell asleep? What do I do? I said just leave.
He's got no ability.
I didn't know it was serious. He was serious.
With the exception of Kai, who was probably 3 sheets into the wind. Already, he's just starting to go to bed. Kai's probably knocked out. There's the only other person can end the stream. Nobody else. And I finally wake up and he's still there. And I go, oh man, that was good, man. We did a good show, man. Look at you. And I'm rambling on like I don't see the stream still going. I go, man, what a night, man. And he goes, we're still live. I look up. I go, did the outro replay? He goes, no, you hit the button, nothing came on, and you passed out. Now that's a moment. I'm sure. And I just rolled out of bed. I haven't begun to look who clipped all this and who tore me up. But you know what? Hey, this is what we're gonna make. This is the stuff that makes it. That crazy stuff.
You said something about Kai being drunk. Charlie caught it in the chat.
No. I said
Kai doesn't drink, does he?
No, I didn't say. I said Kai was 3 sheets in the wind. That's what I meant. In the wind meaning sleeping, not 3 sheets in the wind drinking.
Oh,
yeah. I said
3 sheets in the wind means he's drunk.
Yeah, I see. That I meant that he was asleep because it was right around what time? Lounge came on at 10. We were about midnight.
It was past 11:30 here.
Yeah, and he's snoring. He's like a rock sleep because he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. He's like a Swiss timepiece. The man goes to sleep at 10 o'clock. He's up at 4 o'clock, which is beautiful. I wish I could be like that my whole life because you know what they say: the man that gets up early in the morning is a successful man. Now I watched my good friend who's got a successful show, who's been successful, and Michael Francis, he says any man that gets up past 9:30 in the morning. If you take that, I mean, with the exception that's not, he has a successful night job, but most people that are just average people trying to be successful. If you get out of bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, you're doomed. He said, "There's just no way you're going to be going through jobs. Your life, The guy that gets up in the morning, and the first thing that he said, never go for your cell phone. When people that get up and worry about their cell phone, you got to have a
I do
protocol.
that all the time.
You got to get up and, you go first thing you do, you got to go and you got to brush your teeth and you got to wash or shower, whatever you do. He said you can put on your clothes. You always should go outside and get that fresh morning ray of sun. It's the best thing for your skin. And then you go in and you reflect. And if you're religious, you read a couple of verses of the Bible. And you go into you see what your appointments you got. You do something, you write some notes. And then after you go and sit down and have a nice breakfast, your coffee, your juice, then you worry about the cell phone. And he's pointing out all these details as because he teaches people how to be successful. That's one of his things he does, which everybody he works with, everybody he works with, he won't work with anybody that's not serious. Becomes very successful business, and because one, he's just not blowing smoke and trying to suck money out of people. He really cares, and because if they're successful, because I'm sure he's got it. I'm sure he locks it in where he's making sure that on the back end he's going to be rewarded very well. And that's the smart guy. The smart guy that the person that teaches you to be successful. Always worry about the back end. Don't worry about what you're going to get up front. Because if you really are legit and you're going to turn that person into somebody and they finally you wait till they're successful because you know they're going to be without a guarantee if they follow what you're doing because you've proven it. Then you know the guy's legit. It's not these guys that, yes, sir. Good morning, Sunday morning. God, praise God, praise God. Praise God, praise God. Hallelujah, Lord, 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 Lord. And just for $1, for $10.99, you can buy my book, and it's got the best teaching in the world. God, but please, we gotta have that. Please send that $10.99. And every 30 seconds, he's just rolling it. What preacher was coming on? He was one guy that he was so good at talking, and you're watching. He's at the ticker, and the people are just and I'm like, son of a gun, look at this guy is like rolling the money in, and he don't give a. And then you turn around, and they're following him around, and he's driving the top Mercedes Benz. He's got a house bigger than the richest guy in the world, and that's all he's doing it for. Those evangelists, you got to watch him. You got to watch him. And me, everybody calls me this, call me that. I'm a piece of garbage. I couldn't do it. See, I got a conscience, so I couldn't pull anything off like that to good people. That's why I keep telling people, yeah, I've made my share of mistakes, but I didn't go hurt nobody. I didn't hurt Big Boss.
Mistakes.
Sounds
like something you get at McDonald's.
What's that?
You
Big
said
what?
mistake.
I said mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, I just rolled it off. Now if McDonald's puts out a mistake, and I don't get a part of that, I just gave them. Did you see that? How gold that was? And I didn't even know what I was saying. But
man, them burgers are getting so small nowadays. It's crazy. I got a double cheeseburger at Burger King the other day. They have shrunk that burger down to just a hair bigger than a White Castle.
Correct.
It's crazy. Same price.
Same price. I remember I used to walk in 29-cent hamburgers. That was their biggest thing. The biggest thing for McDonald's every time was a 29, 39-cent burger because they didn't have all the fancy stuff or the Shamrock Shake was just coming around for the holidays. And McRib, I remember when McRib first came out, and they knew they killed it. So he says, "No, we're only going to do this a couple times a year. That's 3 or 4 months we got it out there. It's but they have 5 billion served, 5 billion served in hamburgers, 5 billion. Now this is over how long has McDonald's been around? 100 years? Close to it.
The 40s, maybe.
Right, 40s. Well, we're 80 years, right? We're getting up there,
we
right?
are. Yeah. God, it doesn't seem that long ago.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say 46, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Probably in the 40s when the little guy was had a little diner and a little guy.
Something else, I think, before McDonald's too.
Yeah, you can see the very first McDonald's in Des Plaines, Illinois. It's got it has the whole restaurant's like the arch, and it's really cool because it's a prototype now. It's a museum that they use in their training when they train managers. Because when you become a full-fledged owner manager, you will wind up in Chicago for the training. That's where they train you.
Where did you say the first one was?
I'm thinking 44, 46, right after the war, maybe.
No, you said a city or state or something.
They're in Illinois. They're founded in Illinois. Des Plaines, Illinois.
The first one opened in 1940 in San Bernardino, California.
The first one, McDonald's?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I thought he founded it out of Illinois.
This article is calling it a drive-in, so I don't.
It was a
maybe
drive-in.
It didn't have indoor seating. So.
It was where people did. They have the roller girls. I think originally the original contender back in those days. They had the roller girls.
I suppose.
Now look up what did they say about. Now this is interesting because they modeled the model that's in Des Plaines, Illinois. That's where McDonald's is. They say that's the very first McDonald's is the one in Des Plaines, Illinois. It's a model. It's a prototype. It's a museum. I mean, they got even.
Well, it's maybe a model of the first one that was in San Bernardino. Maybe
well, now because you know what, I don't like to state something because if I mean, they sell McDonald's like their founder is Chicago all the way, because that's where the very first McDonald's is, the one in Des Plaines. I'm gonna look. I'm telling you, you can pull it up easily. The first McDonald's. Just put in first McDonald's. First.
In 1949, they had 15-cent hamburgers.
15 cent. That's correct. That's correct. 15-cent hamburgers. I don't even think they had a cheeseburger on the market, did they? At that time, I think it was just hamburgers. That was the biggest thing.
It just says 15-cent hamburgers, shakes, and fries.
Shakes and fries. That was the big thing. Here it is. This is here it is. I'm going to show you guys this. This is it. This is Des Plaines, Illinois. I get this is the one. This is the thing about facts. I pulled up, but all I typed in was first McDonald's, and here's the facts.
Yeah, this was in 1955. It was in Des Plaines, Illinois.
Which was that maybe
that was when Ray Kroc launched McDonald's Systems Incorporated.
Right, and even at that time, I'm looking at a picture. We have sold over 1 million. This is probably 1940, 1950, possibly 1 million. So maybe this is right. So you're saying 1940 was the first time they originally started?
Yep, as a drive-in.
As a drive-in with the whole 9 yards of the roller girls and
McDonald's drive-in was opened in 1940 by brothers Maurice and Richard McDonald in San Bernardino, California. In 1948, the brothers revamped the business, and newly envisioned McDonald's restaurant was created to produce huge quantities of food at low prices. Ray Kroc didn't come into the McDonald's thing until 1954.
54, that's correct. So the original. Now, see, this is something, and I'm pretty. When I like something or I want to know something, I never knew. Now that I'm dumb. See, I already just broke my own rule. Of course, there's got to be a McDonald's somewhere that someone had a name. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't it be called Crocland or something? You know?
Yeah, I wonder why he held on to that name. I mean,
because look at it
for a year or whatever, but
because when he did it, 1954, it had already been successful for 14 years.
I guess if it's already successful,
and they sold over. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you now. I see this. I stand corrected, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was all these years up until 5 minutes ago. I was just shattered. I thought
Plain, Illinois is the first Ray Kroc McDonald's.
That's what. Okay, so I
probably
was right.
The first one of the chain. The one that was in
there we go.
California, I think, was a one-off.
Okay, so I was correct, but I wasn't correct. I didn't know that there was McDonald's or brothers that owned it. Which now you think about, why would Ray? Now I'm thinking, why did he call it McDonald's? I never questioned that. So it was the first McDonald's ever put out there by Ray Kroc. Now Ray Kroc went on to go out to California and he bought the San Diego Padres. You know that? He owned the San Diego Padres off of being.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. Ray Kroc owns it. Well, used to. They don't know more. He was the owner in the end of the 70s and in the 80s era. He was the owner of the San Diego Padres off of McDonald, off of Burger Money. Now let me show you this, because this is the one they use as a museum. Because everybody that becomes an owner, a manager owner, you got to go through the training course in Chicago in Rosemont. You know, Rosemont is a great place. You know, I found I was talking with somebody yesterday. But it was last week, a little history about Kevin Brennan, you know, because he grew up in Chicago. You know, he was a Chicago bred and his family moved down. But this guy that's a pretty good historian of him said, I was under the impression that Kevin makes it sound like he left at a young boy and they moved to Philadelphia. He says no, because Brennan, he wound up when he became successful in New York writing for Saturday Night Live, which is right. Saturday Night Live was from New York, but they all started in Chicago at that comedy club. where they all came out of to go to Saturday Night Live, and that was what's the city something was it called? I can't remember. Where they were all discovered. The guy was just a genius at getting talent, and they all were Second City in Chicago is where they all started. Every major comedian in this world started at Second City in Chicago. And they all lanced on to because here it was, if you're a comedian and you got to Second City, you always get, and if you were that good, you would wind up on Saturday Night Live. All the greats.
Didn't he only work for Saturday Night Live for 1 year?
Yeah, I don't think it was long, but I mean, he was on his way to be a big success. Whatever happened to him, I think his. I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating because
I'm not sure either. I just thought
I don't know really the facts, but I really know that his brother did a lot of damage to him. The fact that his brother just steamrolled over him and became who he became. He just never said. And plus his father, what he talks about his father, how his father left him and his brother at a baseball game at Wrigley because he went to baseball every Saturday. That was their thing. They went to Wrigley Field for a baseball game. And
morning, Chileno.
Chileno, baby, what's up?
And Sam is in the house. Sam, I think, got his membership last night, didn't
he? Sam loves boobs. That's Sam.
Yeah. Yep.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into that because let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you what, and I'm going to say this right now. It takes everybody to come over and support Catalano TV, and of course, it takes us first and foremost to keep you guys here.
And there was a lot of memberships given out.
I mean, that's the first and foremost. We got to keep the people here. If people pop in,
Kitty, we're going at it.
I'm just flooring away. We're going to get into that, but I want to show you this real quick. And so I stand corrected. Just Illinois was the first Ray Kroc McDonald's, which is now a museum / training facility, and they got it. Even the people they made into, they made the people that used to work there, kind of emulated them and molded them into a like a wax person, and they're all you see them in there. And it's really interesting to see if you look it up side by side. They should do this side by side. Put another McDonald's right next door to the original first one, and wow, what a difference how they grow.
They have that set up down here in the cities. They have one McDonald's that's a training facility,
right,
and then they have another McDonald's. It's either right next door or
across the street.
Down.
Yeah, well, it's like the White Sox or most baseball teams when they have their old stadium. They try to build it right across the street, and so people could. And they make the parking lot. It's like Fenway. If they decided ever to finally, why would you do it? Why would you change that? Why it works? Fenway is like Wrigley. They pack them in whether they're in last place or they're first place. It's just they're just diehards. They just you can't mess around with those two teams. But if they did that, they decided to find. You know what? We got to go. We got to just get more modern. Well, heck, Wrigley just said, "Screw it. We're going to dig underground." We're not. We're above sea level. If you did that in Florida, you'd be in trouble. But in Chicago, they built a 500,000 square 50,000 square foot. I think 50,000 square foot. Am I right? Or more than that? It's underground there in their new locker room. I was going to show it. I started showing it before, but then there was music in the background. I didn't want to get. There was playing.
Morning Electra.
I didn't want to. More Electra.
They have McDonald's with bars separating workers from customers.
Really?
Out there.
You see, Electra, I was educated this morning because I was, McDonald's, I was under the impression that McDonald's was founded in Illinois. And I was corrected all these years up until about 5 minutes ago. My whole life was shattered. Not that I collect McDonald's and this is all I study. But Ray Kroc was the first. Yes, Illinois was the first Ray Kroc McDonald's, the number one when he took over. I didn't know. I knew it had to be end of 40s, early 50s because of the era of how the McDonald's is. Because it's a museum, like I said.
Yeah, the very first one is actually out by her, kind of.
By her. And they were named McDonald's. They had a last name McDonald's. So of course. So and I can't understand why he didn't change names. Well, I'm going to show you why. Which I went the same way. I said, why did he keep McDonald's name? Until I looked at this picture, and we're going to show you. You'd be suicidally nuts to do this if you went ahead and changed it, because I see why now. This makes sense. Okay, let's make it here. McDonald's is here's why he didn't do it. Which is I commend him for that. Let me just get this over. I'll get better at this. Right there, when he Ray Kroc. That's Ray Kroc. We have sold over 1 million. So why would you put Kroc burger? You know what I'm saying? You might as well just fold up and give the money away. So that's why McDonald's name was kept. That's the first McDonald's. What you see how the golden arches were, boom, and you got on this, and the one on this side, which is well preserved, and they got all the wax people in there to serve in, and all the people behind the counters. You got one that cooks. Everything's got the pictures in there. That's their training facility when you want to become a manager, owner. And do you know how much it costs per franchise for McDonald's? I'm guessing. I bet you, Kahuna, who's Mr. Google. I'm going to start calling him Mr. Google. He reminds me of my grandson. Everything I tell my grandson who's 18, I say, hey, yeah, grandson. He goes, hang on. He goes, hang on, Grandpa. He'll turn around. This is what he does. Google is my Google. Could you search this for me? Like Alexa. And I'm, what are you doing? First time he did it, what are you doing? I got really upset. I go, not to him, but I go, what are you doing, grandson? Oh, nothing, Grandpa. I just got to check your facts. I got to make sure before I give you an answer. I have facts here. He said, I'm not going to talk to you unless I have facts. And I go to my daughter, what's up with this? She goes, that's Google Boy. He double checks and triple checks. He will not come back and talk to you unless he's got everything. He's a brainiac kid. I mean, he's smart as a whip. And I'll go, oh, wow, really? So I'm trying to outfox him, but just, I'm like, well, I didn't know this. I got to be really intelligent because he has no clue that I didn't really go to school or, he knows his mother graduated with the master's degree and he knows all that, And when she graduated the first, for her first 4 years of college, she went back to go get more degree and she graduated the second time. He was already a little boy by then when she went back the second time. So he knows that he's very intelligent like his mother. So he's got to be thinking, man, my grandpa must be really smart. And I'm like, yeah, your grandpa knows, And my daughter is, very cordial with him. Grandpa's the best, But I'm like, now I'm really cautious when I ask him because now I can never pull the, try to, even kidding around because he takes it seriously.
Lecter says that's Google Boy.
That's Google Boy. He is Google Boy.
He says we have In-N-Out here.
In-N-Out. Now, very first time I moved to Arizona and I was in the clubhouse and I'm bragging about some, different burger joints in Chicago. You remember the place, but cheeseburger, where they did Saturday Night Skid, John Belushi? Cheeseburger. I think they used a little diner or something, emulated a diner that was in Chicago, but even though Saturday Night was in New York. And so my boss goes, oh, have you had an In-N-Out burger? I go, what the hell's an In-N-Out burger? He goes, they have in Arizona. He goes, I'll buy a lunch today. Boy, I was hooked. In-N-Out burgers were something, man. And there's a lot of great burger places on the West Coast that is unbelievable. In-N-Out burgers,
animal style,
the best. I mean, it was just.
They have a place not too far from us here called Lion's Tap. They got the best burgers.
Yeah.
They are so good.
Yeah, I mean, In-N-Out burgers is a national treasure too, and and they're pretty quick to fry. Everything.
I had them for the first time. We were out in Vegas.
Yeah.
Back in what was that? February or.
Yeah, I had them in Arizona. My time in spring training, I had it religiously because people come in the spring training, players here. Hey, can you do me a favor? I've heard so much about In-N-Out burgers. And you go. I think there's an In-N-Out burger in Peoria. They probably have one in Surprise, Arizona now. We're out there.
You have In-N-Out in Illinois?
No, I don't believe so. Not that I'm not aware of it.
They won't build an In-N-Out any further than they can ship fresh meat.
Yeah, that's what I think the rule is.
California.
But they're definitely a California-based chain. I mean, there's no doubt. So let's touch a little bit as we go into our next chapter here for the morning show. We're 38 minutes in. I'm a little behind, and I got to start being more precise because I don't want to neglect the chat. That's what Kahuna's very big on this. When we get to the chat, we want to stay with the chat and go out of which is right. I thought about it. That's why I love him because he's only trying to make it better. He's only trying to keep us for people here. But we got to touch on this. We can't we can't be too humble about it. We get to have a little bragging rights here, but we got to do it the right way here. So graciously, let's face it, numbers don't lie. And when it comes to memberships, I went through this with subscriptions. I caught a lot of shit with subscriptions, and it was simple. I called in a big favor to someone to put it onto the social media of his private network. Go over and subscribe. And I told that from the beginning. I'm in a community with Michael Francese. I'm a maiden member in his lifetime maiden member, which I have access to everything he does. And the community of people are in there 24/7 by the thousands, no matter what time of day it is, because it's all over the world. And I just went in there and said, listen, I started a YouTube page, and I really just like you guys to subscribe. They didn't question it. Some people what it's about because they're politics. They want to know what you're talking about. God forbid if I had told any of those people, they probably would have ran because Michael not too happy with me with some of the things I'm doing on YouTube. But I'm a grown man. It's just not his cup of tea. And I had him scheduled up to be a big interview, and that got destroyed because he called me up. And he goes, I don't know who, because I warned. This is what he said. He goes, when I first went to him about this, and he told me how things could blow up, and he started explaining to me a little bit about the haters. And, it's how you handle it. It's not what you got and how you fight, but how you handle it. I handle it very poorly, but he did never yell. But he when he's mad because he doesn't have to raise his voice, and they were sending him all kinds of stuff, and he would send me copies of everything, and they were gloating that day. How's Michael Francis think of your friendship now? They try to destroy it, and I didn't. Of course, I'm not gonna. Yeah, because I don't agree with the way even the way you're handling how you're cussing and you're with a bunch of people. That's your business, but I cannot associate myself with any of that. There's no way I could come out and do an interview, which I respect because I knew the first thing the people that handle him, his people. Probably told him, I know there's no way you're stepping forward on that guy's podcast. I don't care if you've known him for 50 years. It's not happening. And he's right. But he called me up. He says, well, and this is how he handled it. He goes, I've known you a long time. He goes, and I love you. But, I got to do the wife thing for the next couple of weeks. Because he was home for the holidays. And
we were going to get started on the chat here.
I know. But we got to talk about what I'm leading into. We got give me 3 minutes.
All right.
3 minutes. And then we're going to go right in the chat.
Minutes.
All right.
Starting now.
All right, so as I said, the numbers don't lie. When you got the amount of memberships we have versus, how we're struggling up and down. One day we got 500 reviews. One day we got 300, consistently 100. We got 16 to 30 people average live chat, which I tried to explain that, which is 100% factual. Right now, the numbers, there's 16 in the chat room, but there could be 100 people watching that don't go in the chat room. You don't have to be in a chat room to be watching the show. When the show ends within the first hour, when it catches up, the algorithm, that's how many people you had to actually watch it. When I did the walk and talks and it ended, and I had one day I did a walk and talk, 2.5 hour show, ended it, got to tally up 5,100 something people. Now when the show is over the first 5 minutes, it takes time to catch up. By the end of 6 hours, those 5 people. But then I found out how it works. It's just 4,000 people clicked on for a second accidentally. Or whatever, they just were surfing. Let's see what this is about. No, that's not for us. But you still got a view, which I don't want views like that. I'd rather be organically with 100 consistently every day because I got legitimately the same 100 people watching and building that way. That's what it's about. So I am so grateful and trying to be so humble here. Last night, Miss Kitty
is in the house. Now we got to start the show.
I got my 3 minutes, then we go to the chat. Remember, now you got to give me back 10 seconds there because you just interrupted me.
All right.
You gave me 3 minutes. Now you got to add the 10 seconds back.
10 seconds and go.
All right. And I was blown away. Miss Kitty, where does she come from? This woman has decided, for whatever reason, she decided to pick us. And so she's.
How many did she do alone last night? Wasn't it like 105?
Well, we had a total of 170 gifted memberships.
Yeah, but I think 105 were just her.
Well, yeah, because yeah. Well, we had no, I think it was under 100 because we had 170, and Deadpool did a 50. He did a 50. He did a 10. I think he did 2 10s, a 50. So he did 50, 60, 70. He did about 70 or 80. I think she did about just over 90. But this has been a weekly thing. Usually on Fridays, she's like 25 to 30, 35 every week. She'll start out with 1 or 2, and we're talking, and then all of a sudden she'll go to 5. Well, Deadpool was in there, and all of a sudden he did 10. She did 5, he did 10. So she said, no, hell no. No. You ain't taking my thunder away. He comes back with 10. He said, okay, no problem. He matches it. Back and forth. So she comes up the final 20. And we're getting, and like I said, I was so tired and so grateful. So, Deadpool, let's put it this way. Deadpool could put us all out, put the lights out of all of us. If we're going to go try to battle with him spending money, we're don't even try. But Miss Kitty, balls of steel. She puts that 20 piece on. He ends it with, I love you, Miss Kitty, but no one steals my thunder. I'm the king here. And boom, a 50 piece. I'm just like, by this, we were just like, and I didn't want to tell you the number we're up to, but I'm getting a lot of attitude and resentment from people now who don't like me, who think I don't even deserve this, who really work hard. And these are not even the trolls. These are people that don't even have 50 memberships and have been doing this a long time, and I listen, I can't explain it. There's something these people are seeing in us that I'm grateful for, because this is what I want. If they could see the quality that they know is good, and we got a lot to do. We got a lot of work to do. Wait till we start. We're gonna start getting to where Kahuna probably wants perfection and rehearsing and sitting with weekly meetings like the Shuli Network does, and we're all on the same
Chris
page.
Mack is in here. Holy cow! Here they come.
And
we're getting away. The chat's getting away on us. Look at it go.
All right. So
are you gonna do something about it?
I got 35 seconds left. I'm watching my clock. My point is,
you don't have 35 seconds.
Yes, you keep that. You don't keep it about
3 minutes. You said 3 minutes.
It hasn't been. It's been. Now it's 25 seconds.
It's 4 minutes ago.
No, it was not. Don't sit there and. I got 25 seconds. Give me 25 seconds. And like he just said, they're coming in. And Chris Mack was one of the people who always told me, stay consistent. If you do a consistent show, you might be disappointed after a month or 2 months. But if you watch the people, if you get the same people, it's good. Once it gets around, this community is so supportive. Once it gets around, even the haters are gonna. What's the buzz over there? What does he change? He's been consistent for 6 straight months, never missed a beat, and they're getting
25 seconds.
Thank you. That's all I got to say. The chat room is now open for Big Kahuna. All right.
Good morning, Terry Nee.
Good morning, Terry. Happy birthday. Good morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my Terry Nee. Happy birthday to you. Everybody, let's give a big round of applause to Terry Nee and his happy birthday. All right, let's hit the chat, buddy. Let's go. Let's roll. We'll start. Let's go. We're going to do it right. Let's start to the very top. Let's go to the very top and work our way down. And our very first is Jerry Leanne. Kitty, good artwork. Now, we got someone with the fake Jake Hudson, Ruth Ellis, it says. But that isn't.
Hey, give me a wrench.
Oh, yeah. I got you. This guy is unbelievable. He wants a wrench. He wants it. Next thing is to tell me, hey, can you just bump your seat? Let me have the key. Let me have the wrench. Yeah, you got the wrench. Then you want to be managing my.
I wish it was that easy.
And then you just say, listen, I'll set up everything. You just come in. I'll send you the link. And then I'll be out the door. It'll be cattle on TV, and I won't ever be allowed in there. This is what he's working up to. This guy's a shyster. I got to watch him. No, I'm going to give him a wrench. I can't give you a wrench. I have to be on YouTube to do it. Yeah, I got to wait. I got to open a YouTube page. Just remind me before I got to open a YouTube page.
I just wanted to look at somebody and see what they're about.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to take it a step further.
Let me just go and switch username.
kahunanui.
Go back to my old account.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me. We're going to get there. I got it all set up. I got to find the show, and then I'll give you a wrench. I'll let you have a wrench, Kahuna. We love you. Where's let me see here. But this is good because he keeps me rounded, and he keeps me on my toes, and I need someone like that. That's what Shuli's biggest thing was. If we let him be the wild man that he is all the time, he's going to be all over the place, and he's just not going to gain nothing, no ground. Everybody has told me that. Hackwright has told me that. It's fine.
Jerry Lahane said, "Kitty, good artwork." I don't know if he's referring to our background, but that was actually
Miss Honeybee. Miss Honeybee does all our thumbnails. Kai's lovely wife, not Miss Kitty. Jerry, if that's what you're pertaining to, Miss Honeybee does all the artwork, and she watches, she listens to everything. We might not see her all the time, but I'm like, then I get a thumbnail. Kyle emailed. I go, wow, man. He goes, yeah, Miss Honeybee, she's listening to you and Kahuna. How about you like guys like a lot of colors? And I mean, I could have asked her better. She just heard that we like colors, and so she's figured them all. Well, I did the other day. I love purple. And look at what can I. This is what how you appreciate people that take their valuable time to do things for shows are people. They listen to the way we talk and what we like. We don't have to demand nothing. We don't have to. It's just
Ruth
wonderful.
E. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ruth E. is our old Ruth.
Is that our old Ruth?
That's from back in the day, Ruth.
Well, I was just
haven't seen Ruth in ages.
No, we had Ruthie, who was a very, very loyal fan at the time, and it was in a time with a lot of confusion. A lot of confusion. I mean, just put yourself in my shoes, and put yourself in Kai's shoes. We were attacked hard, Kai and I. Their logic was, if they could, this is right after that Lou was over here with the Kai and the Lou and Kai show, that ended, and then they saw that Lou and Kai are at each other's throats. People thought the worst of Kai. They already hated me, so now you pick the guy that everybody hates on the internet, like they hated Kai. Come with the most hated guy on the internet next to John, Stutter and John, and Kai jumps into the battlefield. Lou and him came over. They didn't care about that. Lou leaves now, right? It's gone based on my decision now. Lou didn't leave on his own. I want to make that clear. My decision was to keep Kai, and Lou parted, which he respected, and he still does to this day. Which wonderful things are happening now with Lou. And Wednesday afternoon, 2:30, me and Lou will be back at the Punch on his channel. We're grinding it up and busting balls. It's I even look at the big blue Lou in the name. He's making great moves. He's a smart. Coming up this week, I'll be meeting Lou for the first time, and I just hope that they supplied the chicken at Kentucky Fried Chicken, because I told him, my man Lou's he likes his Kentucky Fried Chicken. So, but I'm the type of guy. It's this lunch is not because of one thing. What he did for Cattle on TV. First and foremost, the man saved my life, and that's it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't got a limit time. So that's why. But Miss Ruthie was in a time that a lot of confusion and a lot of people. I didn't know who to trust. People, I start thinking, wow, that's nice of them to say and always there protecting us. And she made a couple, not saying that she was with them. She made some comments that didn't make sense and I'm one of back in those days, one of those guys. If you are dare talking about the people that are trolling me, you're not my friend. So basically, I was telling people, you only could be with us if you that's it. You don't got to break ties with them. And she, people are. It's not cut and dry like that. Nobody can tell anybody. Well, if that's my enemy and I catch you in their chat room, we're done. You can't do that. I realize you can't do that. I can't tell you, don't go on this guy's show because he's our arch enemy. I can't do it. It just can't be done. It's stupid and it's suicidal for anybody's show. It's just at the end you're going to be crushed. As much as you want to try to explain to a person. So back then, Ruthie made a couple comments about someone that hated me and was like trying to destroy me. But then I explained to her, and I'm like, he's not a nice guy. She's giving him props. Oh, I love that guy. He's so nice guy. He's so friendly to me. So, okay, he might be very nice to you, but the truth is, look how he terrorizes the people. He goes up with these people. And when I start opening up and showing her and she stopped talking, but that don't mean that I didn't put a bad taste in her mouth, saying, that takes nerve. She could have walked away. That takes nerve. Maybe he don't like you, but they're nice to me. So I more immediately put her in the group. That was it. My mind was made up. She was with them, and they planted her. That's what my decision was. I didn't think nothing through. I gave her 1 warning, 2 warning. That was it. And now it perceived like she was really a mole as she was planted here. So boom, goodbye. And she got really upset. She never came back after us. She never publicly said anything bad. Never came in chat rooms as somebody else. That I know of. And I heard that we really, really. So that made them, because the people that were really hurting us liked her. They were like, we're going to defend her. And that caused me probably another 2 months of anguish because of that decision I made. So it's not that who can win or who can stand up to each other.
Terry Nee wants to know if your 3 minutes are up yet.
Oh, Terry. I love you, Terry. Happy birthday.
We're going to read the chat for 5 minutes straight without straying.
Let's go. Here we go. All right, Gashes. Morning, y'all. Oh, wait a second. This is the guy here. I got to put him, make him a, where you at? Let me get this over it now. Where's his name? I got to give it to him. I got to give him a wrench. Everybody, let's have a ceremonial drum roll, please, so we can give the king here his wrench. All right, so I'm gonna give him his wrench. Add his moderator. Oh my God! Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, here we go.
I got to go back to that old one.
Everybody, welcome our newest mod, the one, the only kahunanui. Are you happy now?
All right then.
All right. Can we move on with business? I got a chat room to go through here. Kahuna.
Said 20 minutes ago.
I know. Here he is. Good morning, fellas. Lou, the God, will hopefully be gone. It'll be just in big bold letters, in blue bold letters. Big Blue Lou. I'm proud to say that. You know, I chose that name for him. Miss Honeybee, always sweet as ever. With her happy little honeybee. The professional sneezer you ever know. You watch Kai, listen for the sneeze.
She's got one of the best avatars.
Best. She's got this.
That is the coolest. Like the way she did the hair. I mean, it looks like hair on the beat.
Now, this is a
when you first see that for the first time,
yes,
it looks like there's bleached hair all the way around the bee.
It's perfect.
Just the background of the avatar.
Well, if you get to know Kai and Mrs. Honeybee, if you really take the time to know how great people, Kai, his detail for everything. I mean, he understands you got to people make mistakes. Now he'll tell you mistakes are okay, you know, but not he'll never make the same mistakes twice. I promise you that. But he learns, he absorbs. He is. I mean, when I talk to him, I get like a little kid because I'm gonna learn something from him on the phone because he's not like just putting on YouTube and like most of us in Streamyard. This guy's got sophisticated equipment, how he does things. You know, everything is. And when he makes a mistake, I guarantee you, he beats himself up. When he makes something that he makes down here, I promise you, I like to be there just to console him and say, "It's okay, brother. You're human." You better not say that there because he'll turn around and say, "No, I'm Superman."
I think you're straying.
He's my Superman. That's why I want my whole point is Kai Boccacio's his Catalano TV's Superman. Him and Miss Honeybee are Superman and Superwoman because they don't get no better. And even Lou says
we still don't know why Charlie was growling when he came in.
Yeah, we're gonna hear it. So Miss Honeybee, that was for you and Kai. Oh, we got Charlie. Don't surf with a growl. What's up with the growl, Charlie? Enlighten us, please. Tell us what's going on here.
Maybe one
Big
of us
boss
was growling at the time.
Big morning, Joey. Well, good morning to you, big boss. And a happy morning to you. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day. And yo, Mason.
Says, yo.
Mason and Portland, AK. Yo, Joey C. Do you know he sends super chats to other shows? Joey, especially if they're trying to rip me, he'll put that $5, $10 super chat up. Joey C for life.
He was just derails him. I think I saw him going at John yesterday with a couple super chats.
He derails that show. You know, Brennan banned him. I think he was banned the day I went on the show, or maybe it was the same day over something stupid. And I'm like, Brennan, he's a pretty good character, recognizing the good guys. Big boss. Hey there, Mason and Charlie. And I love the fact that everybody's, in the chat, they're all trying to get along. Sam loves boobs. Sam, what's your favorite size boobie? I want to know, what's your favorite size boobie? What is a perfect boobie for you? Because, more than a mouthful is a waste. A lot of guys will couple out. But what's the perfect size of a woman's breast? That's a good question. I mean, what is not too much? What's not too small? A lot of women have fake boobies today.
Oh,
but I love boobs, but prefer hearing stories. Sam, you're in the right place because boy, can we tell stories. You have hit home. You're home, baby. You're home. Sam loves boobs. I feel Kai loses because he shows Bob and butt pics because of lack of content. No. I gotta disagree. I have a lot. No. Kai has a lot of good content. He's so thorough. I sometimes just wing it. But he's just misunderstood. He's the most lovable. When you get to know Sam, take the time to get to know Kai. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Who's SOC?
Take the time. Who's what?
Next one down.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Doesn't need cheap gimmicks like SOC. Who's that? We don't know who this is. SOC. That TOS that tosses needs to jerk it. Trust me when I tell you. Now he's up for any suggestions, and he will do anything to that within reason. He's just very professional, and that's he's he's the straight man of the Catalano TV, where everything's going to be thought out right. He's never going to do nothing without. He's never going to come in and demand anything. He's going to suggest it, give his version of it. But then the way he explains it to me makes so much sense that I'll tweak anything that he's got an idea on, because he's usually right. But he knows that I got to put it into the Catalano and the Joey C way. But just enough for people to understand. Joey C is Joey C. But we're also making sure Kai gets the credit and a lot of things, because
Good morning, Johnny Payton.
You got to balance it. It's a balance with everything. Like we talked about balance before. You could have the best here in the morning, the worst at night. You could have the best all the way across the board till you get to me. You get all the way across the board. You could have everybody's doing right, but I'm doing wrong. But I don't brag. But even Kai says, if Joey C could come out of Catalog TV, the channel will be over in a month. I'm the energy. I'm the guy that they have the ideas, that I come up with some genius stuff from time to time. Sometimes my timing is just boom. But I have to have that person that's going to be the safe zone. Kahuna truly said it. If we let him go all over, he told GG this. If he's all over the place, he's gold. Bob said it. How many times? Gold. If you guys could just keep him to where you need to keep him. I'm getting there, and now it's showing by the people that said they would never watch me that are here. No, Kai, Charlie, don't serve Kai, drunk question. No, not quite sure what he means. I don't think, Kai's pretty straight laced of a lot of things. The man does practical. And see, he's part of the formula. And where the formula is there, it's how we grow the formula. And the growing part's going to be you guys, how we interact to keep you guys happy. I understand. Charlie does serve, yes. That's the other great about our chat room. We got people that are willing to listen, just like I'm willing to listen to you. If you got a bunch of people strong in the chat room, MLC's got a dominant chat room. If you're an outsider and you go in there, forget about it. They'll fry you up and crush you. But I could rock with them. I've been since I've been on the internet. He was the first chat room I was in every day religiously, even though my boys were truly. I got banned out of PS show. I got banned off PS. And they used to put everything I said, because I never spelled right, never made sense. So Shuli would, the comments of him and Bob and Mike and all that, would throw my stuff up and try to decipher it, like you guys do. And the way they did it, they made me, love or hate,
Focus.
And it was great. Gaseous says, Ray Kroc stole, did he really? That's probably true. Now that I learned, I got to do some research. Because then we're going to be sticking a pink monkey on him. Gaseous Burgers is coming out all over the world.
That would be a good name, Gaseous.
Gaseous Burgers. Come and see a little pink as we give you the burger of the month. Oh, fur burger, pink. You see where I'm going with this? Do I have a love bar / kinky little place with a burger in it?
Chelino says, "What's good, DVK?"
What's up, Papa Chulo? What's up? What's happening?
VHS collector must be new here, because
that's all, folks.
Should be green by this morning.
There he is.
All those gifted memberships yesterday. He didn't even get one.
170 gifted memberships. Our daughter, I guess, was watching a little bit of the show last night, and she called Christy and said, "Ma, God, Joe's got a ton of memberships right now going on. They're gifted." And really, that wasn't even my show. The Alpha Shot Lounge I filled in because my wife wasn't feeling well. And it's just great, man. It's great. But Kahuna did, do you see the memberships I brought? You see what I bring to the table? He already claimed his little.
I'm sure Mrs. C heard that whole line all night last night.
Oh, she loves you to death. I go, he's already in. It's already. Watch his forehead start growing. We're gonna start seeing right here. It'd be like one of those Star Trek. He'll see it every day. It'll be growing out his head. And
let's fly through this chat.
Fly through this chat. Fly me to the moon with me Kahuna on the chair.
I'm gonna start reading this shit pretty soon. If you don't.
All right, listen. I'm reading. I'm going as fast as I can. I know I'm super fast. And I read and I talk a lot of shit, but I can't read.
Let's see how fast you can go.
Electra. They have McDonald's with bars separate that workers from you when you really.
We already did that.
That's wonderful news. We got to elaborate on that because I'm pressed on time here with this.
You see all them videos on YouTube all the time about people jumping over the counter.
Really?
Both directions. Workers going out. Maybe that's on. That must be on Twitter where I see that all the time.
Now I'm not know this. Now, can we get in trouble? And if someone has their children as this, and we're kind of an adult show.
No, if you're asking the question, then the answer is yes.
Okay, PH. I'm just wondering. I didn't know that because I know if you put something nudity, you can get in trouble for that. It's your fault.
You talking about putting up something with kids in it?
Yeah, like
no,
no. Okay, long as it's civil, right?
That's how Jib got struck yesterday.
Yeah. Well, no, he talked about Demi Moore, right?
Kissing a 10-year-old kid. They showed.
That's what it was.
He played a video of her kissing a 10-year-old.
Was it like just? Was it?
He's down for 2 weeks.
What kind of kiss was it? Was it like a provocative, sexy kiss?
Well, it was on the lips. It was like three pecks on the lips.
Wow. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. That's one of our subjects we're going to get into. We're going to talk about the boundaries of your own children about today versus how it was 40 years ago. And I'm telling you, that's a good subject. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Good. I'm going to write that down. VHS collector. All I did was reboot. Hello? Test. Oh, boy. Here we go. Testing it. I got a bad wire. I leaned up against the wire and it went off. My wire. I gotta go get my other cord out tomorrow. Make sure you remind me tonight. Did you change that cord? As soon as you touch it, there's a faulty wire in it. They go bad real quick. So I got one more left. I got a couple because you want to have 3 or 4 on hand. I wish I would get some wireless. I want to go to wireless, but with wood sound. I'm gonna try something. I got something coming tomorrow. It's a Bluetooth. These are really cool. You don't even have to have an ear. They drop below your ear and you can hear the sound quality is good. We'll see how it does when it show up. If it works, I'm going to use them. All right, so back to this. Electra says, hey, guys. You guys, please go watch Hackwright and Electra with all their stuff. I mean, Hackwright's the master. They're doing some great things over there. I could, if I had it in front of me, I could tell you every name of their show. Kahuna, got it memorized. He's a big supporter. I don't know how much, real quick. Hackwright used to send me a message. Here's your opportunity to plug my show. When I was with John, when John was really being trolled, he was this really big draw. And I would always forget to say, tonight's or tomorrow is Teaching Joey C. And he that's what he wanted. The show that him and Electra did with me that they made. And I forget to plug my own show because it's not because I was being, I skid all over the place. And I go, that's when he was really building. So now, he's just growing. He's growing because we knew he was because he's just a perfectionist what he does. So please go support them, Electra and them, please, and Hackwright Studios and Casey Day. They're all great people over there. Electra says we have in and out here. I don't hear you, Kahuna. You're on silent.
I'm not talking. So
all right, we have an in and out here, not break. Yes. I mean, in and out burgers. Anybody travels. If you got an in and out burger, pull it and get it. Electra says, haha, that's Google Boy. That's my grandson, Google Boy. Funniest thing when he first did it. He was like 15. And I'm like, what do you doubt me? I'm in my head, I'm like, what do you? And he was just, the way he came at me, Grandpa's right, Ma. Because he didn't want to hear that stuff.
Grandma Caprio wants to know if you got good sleep last night.
I did, because Grandma Caprio came on when I was my nod and my head was falling in the microphone. Grandma Caprio is obviously, I've got a feeling who this might be, and it's one or two people. It's either one of the worst trolls that ever trolled me, or it's somebody that's been trying to help me, and I'm too stubborn at it.
Doxing last night.
Who was?
Grandma Caprio.
Oh, that's right. I banned her yesterday because she was doxing, right?
Yep.
No, who did she dox yesterday? She came in and said something. I forgot. Someone else was doxing in our chat room, and I had to get rid of him. Oh yeah, I let him out. Clubfoot Carl, who hates me. And I'll keep him in for 30, 40 days. I go, let me let him out.
Oh, I might have that screwed up with Carl.
Yeah, no, my grandmother was busted ball. Clubfoot Carl. Okay. I let him out. And then,
sorry about that, Grandma.
Grandma, no offense, take Grandma. Yes, Grandma Capria. I got to go to the sleep last night. But you didn't send me no meatballs and sausage this morning. I was hoping to open the fridge and have me some sausage and meatballs. Grandma, you're getting behind, Grandma Cigar. I already pretty much know who this is. Someone that's been trying to help me. And I think there's going to be a video surfing about pizza coming out soon about me that they asked permission if they can launch it. That's all I know. I can't say no more. There's going to be a little video about Joey seeing pizza. I don't know what it's about. I have no idea. No idea. Calzones. Does anybody pick it up who this might be? All right. Jerry Lehan, the great Jerry Lehan. You know who he reminds me of? If there's a picture of Jerry, that actor, that kid that Michael, he's all over the internet. He's into politics. He's been to Howard Stern show. The kid, Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Just keep reading. I'll think of it.
Jerry looks just like him from that side of him. Michael, I can't help me out for that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Man. They killed him in that one movie. They put him in. They beat him and wrapped him up in the bags with Nicolas Cage and again the kid from the redheaded guy, the actor that did the.
Come on, you guys in the chat, help us out.
Come on now. If you look at Jerry's picture,
Michael something. He's always on with all the whack packers.
Yeah, but he's really big into politics.
Football.
Yeah.
Boards.
During the pandemic, he was really creeped out about some things that he was running. Michael, what's his name, man? Michael. God, I like the guy.
He's Italian too, isn't he?
No, he's Jewish.
Is he?
Yes, he's Jewish.
Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport. We could probably get Michael Rappaport to come on because he will come on because he's down earth dude. If we could make contact to get I'd like to have him on here because I was a big Michael Rappaport guy when he was on Howard Stern. I used to love it. He'd call in and
I used to like him, but he's gotten.
But he's got into some big movies. Some of my favorite movies, he's been in it. The guy is not no lightweight. He worked hard to get. He might have had small parts, but I like Michael Rappaport. That's who Jerry looks like. Look at Jerry's picture. Go put Michael. Someone do this for me. Send it to me. Michael Rappaport with a side version, a young Mao, and Jerry Lee look identical. I think Jerry might be his father. Jerry, you got any kids that you don't know about? I think I found your son. Electra, great value, Jerry Lehan. It's still like $7 for a meal in it. $7. That's all they charge. You can't even get a McDonald's meal for under. Forget it. You're cashing out at $12.
That's got to be pretty plain for $7.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. There's another chain that's all over the place, and I kind of think that they're close to In-N-Out, but they're their own chain. Steak and Shake. Do you think Steak and Shake is similar to In-N-Out?
I've only had that once, and that was many, many years ago. I just don't remember.
Mason says, wrap. Oh, we got to walk our boy. You know what, Brian? We got to make sure Brian gets a membership. Brian Clatter's a good guy, good friend. I've talked to Brian several times. He's helped me out. We've helped you. He's a great guy. Brian Clark is one of the classiest guys you ever meet. He's a hard-working man that plays hard. When he plays hard. He's got a love. I don't know if he got married. He's got a lovely. I think at the time I first met him, I think they were engaged or they're living. I'm not sure if it was his wife. I don't know if he wound up marrying her, but the guy's just class act. I love him. I love him to death. And these are the kind of people that we love. Morning, Brian Clatter. Thank you for being a Clatter. Brian Clatter, great guy. If you ever see Brian with a microphone, right? We made a new friend last night. We made big climbs yesterday. Who would ever think I'd be saying nice about Kinky Loco? Who came in last night. I wanted to touch on this with the greatest compliment. I was touched, and we buried everything. And Kinky's here. Welcome. He's a member. He got a membership last night. He stayed with us the whole show. Here he is, gracious our brother. Good morning. What's up, brother? What's happening? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying this.
My little girl here is starting to wake up.
Oh, we gotta hurry up. Chris Mack. We can't. Chris Mack. I love the death. Since 2015-ish, Rappaport has made everything about politics. Yes. Was it that far back? I thought it was right around the pandemic. He is. He's obsessed with this. He's unwatchable. At first, I would stick with him. I mean, I watched anything Michael Rappaport did. I love the guy, and he made it where I see him. I want to run. I run the other way. But I think maybe we can snap him out of it. We can bring back the comedy. Maybe we got the right people in here. Maybe we can snap him up because I like them. Michael Rappaport was cool. I love him on Howard Stern. Battling. He hates Baba Booey. Well, he don't hate. They love it. He likes to bounce on Baba Booey's teeth. He was so good at it. He's just great. But yeah, he has made everything about politics in Israel. He's been negatively affected by the advent of Trump's influence. You're right. He definitely made a churn that I'm not liking. There he is, the famous birthday boy, Michael Jordan, as he puts a question mark, Terry Nee. Terry Nee. Now, let me tell you something, guys. Don't mess with Terry Nee. He's very well loved and protected. You don't mess with him. And don't forget, we don't want everyone to get Ray DeVito ever angry. If we get Ray DeVito angry, it's kind of like Bill Bixby and the Hawk. Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm telling you, Ray DeVito fits the part perfect. Can you imagine Ray DeVito? Someone's got to, here we go. Someone's got to put Ray DeVito in that spot, make it face swap with Ray DeVito's voice. Hack right, you're the master. With that scene, Mr. McGee, don't make with McGee being one of Ray's top. Oh, this would be great. And Ray DeVito is the Hawk, and then turning into the Hawk with Ray DeVito's face all the way through. I'm on to something. See, me giving this idea, I should be doing this right away, not telling nobody, and make this whole thing happen. So there you go. I planted the seed. Ray DeVito with that scene as Bill Bixby, as he's calling Mr. McGee, the reporter. Mr. McGee, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Don't make me angry. But it's Ray DeVito. But someone else is McGee, and then the Hawk turns in. It's still Ray DeVito's face. I'm telling you, that's the guy you got to watch out. Ray DeVito. Okay. Terry Nee, I would never wish that upon Jerry. Terry Nee is a righteous man. You just stay on his good side.
Terry, are you going to DavilCon too? I think he's out in Philadelphia.
Well, that's right there, isn't it? That's pretty close to Rob. Philadelphia's all in the mix there. I'm hoping Uncle Jack comes. I don't know Uncle Jack.
Yeah, I think he's going.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Uncle Jack, man. Let me tell you, there's a guy that you could tell, but you just the way he carries himself is Uncle Jack was the guy you mess with. You just didn't. Is Dozer? How's Dozer? Anybody got any Dozer reports? Is he?
Last I heard, he was getting better, but I haven't.
Good.
I haven't seen or talked to Uncle Jack and.
Yeah, I was. If I go in his chat room, here's the thing. People I really like, if they're not big like TSN, because if I go and say I have TSN, if it's truly, he'll put it up there. People always say hello. The haters will come at me. But if Uncle Jack like us, we're trying to make it. I just go and say hello in the chat room, and then make it all about me, everybody in the chat room, and I don't want to disrupt the show, so I don't go into chat rooms like that and say anything because it's not fair. Because you're going to get all by haters in there and going to be fighting with me in there. And then he can't help it but to look at the drama, and it does disrupt the show. So I don't try to do that no more. I go into Brennan's chat and say, "What's up?" Well, I'll say something really bad. I look at all these freaking idiots or something. That's it. All it takes. And I'll do it. I used to do it for just like you got.
You mean the idiots on the panel or the idiots in the chat?
Oh no, nobody will say
after chatters.
I go after the chatters. Like a snake and guys like that, and there's a couple of them that just hate me, and I see them in there, and I just pop in there and say something. Forget a snake used to try to eat me up, but Brennan, he doesn't look at that chat room at all. You'll never get, if anybody has a skill to get Brennan to post I'm telling you, you would be. Someone would have to pay you $1 million because if you could do that, if he could break that barrier, get Brennan to put up a free chat, good luck with that. But now Stevie Lou, he glued to that chat room, and he'll say something like I'll say, "Get me a link." He's like, Joey sees one link. He don't say where he found that, where he heard that, but he watches. A lot of guys do watch it, but forget about Brennan. Brennan, forget it. Never. He don't care. You don't pay him, you ain't getting nothing from him. What was that? Large fry. Terry Nee said, was it? I missed that. What was Terry say? Ray DeVito is the Skulk. Skulk? Is that Skulk? The Skulk. Yeah, the Skulk. I like that. I'm telling you, make this happen. This would be awesome if someone could put this together. He's the perfect guy to do this video. I don't know who you can make as Jack McGee. I don't know who really gives Ray a lot of shit. I don't know. We got to figure out.
Donks just said, at least you can admit it, Kahuna. Lots of people can't. What did I admit?
Well, he's right. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
I missed something.
Well, reference to what Donk's saying, that could anybody that we're all been hated or disliked. It's how well you're going to recover by admitting you're wrong. See, I got no problem if I'm wrong. It don't bear, because that's what people look for, the quality. That's when you get the quality people over here. I mean, Donks was busting my balls the other day in Jason's chat room. He goes, boy, I'm in trouble now. I'll be banned in the morning because he just knows me. He knows me, and I'm like, no, you're all right, Donks. Because I go, Donks, you're all right. I couldn't do it. I'm okay with people that like me, truly like me, and they're going to break my balls. Even if they go a little bit beyond, I'm going to overlook it because I know not everybody could be, their timing can be good and trying to be funny. And maybe they might, because I know their heart, that I know their loyalty when they're here. So, but he's right. I mean, he's guessed right about me. If he was borderline with me, I wouldn't have hesitated. The minute I saw him in the chat room, he'd have been gone. And he knows me. That's what I look for. That's the quality. I love Dong. He's safe. He's no matter what. You see, so that's where I am happy that people really take the time to know they know my core qualities that are gonna get you that's gonna get them in trouble. And I could never. If I banned donks, I'd be in trouble. I'd probably lose 20 people off the rip, just the fact that I took them out of here. I'd be so. You got to learn. That's the growing part of this. If you take the time to learn the people that are here, you'll know that their intentions are always good. And that's the thing that people came at me with, And then I started read the whole book. Don't read the cover. So where we at on this one? So we got Brenda Dumper. I don't know. This lady keeps saying this is all she says, right, Gordon? She's always got Joe and something behind it with me.
One day I already timed her out for a couple minutes.
I don't know who this lady, and she won't tell us who she is. At least tell us if you're a hater, a troll, because all she says Joe 35 times Joe. And
I don't understand.
I don't know who this lady is, or if it's a lady.
Kind of like a Noel. But
Donkey Kongton said, at least you get
been around for 3 years.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because some people decide to change, want a new look and change name. And one day someone changed name and they go, we're greeting, and they send me a comment or private message. It's me, Joe, or it's somebody that, or like Flex. That one time we couldn't see Flex. It took me a month to get Flex found that he was on a block list, and then we figured out that Hackwright helped us with that. I blocked him in another chat room so I wouldn't see him. See, I didn't know that. I thought that everybody had the ability to just block people out of the chat room, and I go, well, that wouldn't be fair to the person with the show. If I'm blocking people that's hurting them, you could block anybody in the chat room that you don't want to see their messages. But the problem is people they put them in invisible. I would invisible everybody. So if they ever started coming to watch my shows, no, I wouldn't see them. Everybody else would. And people go, what are you crazy? You crazy? You crazy? We see them. Finally, we figured it out. I worked Dylan to the G because Flex started sending us. We were first ones. He was sending us a lot of memberships. And
I'm gonna have to take her out here.
All right, we get the stray. We get to meet Joey C for a couple minutes. He's leaving. Good riddance. Bye. Good bye. We got time it. We only got about 5 or 6 minutes to go straight here. We got to go. Oh, he's watching. He's got to do things. He's gonna listen. He's gonna listen. See, he's gonna listen.
Good riddance, my ass.
Well, he'll be back. Lulu's got to go to the bathroom. Go take care of Lulu. I promise you, I'll be a good boy. All right. There we go. Forget about that. Brian Clowder says Franklin Sheckler is the one that Ray hates. That's it. Sheckler as Mr. McGee. We don't know what Sheckler looks like, but we know that picture. Whatever he's using, we just make sure they know it's Sheckler. Ray DeVito's face on Bill Bixby doing that whole spiel. But then when the Hawk could turn, he still got Ray DeVito as green. I mean, there's someone out there that can make this work. I'm telling you, we got to do this. All I want is my name and take the credit. The person that just make sure you mention me. Just let them know that that I planted the seed for Ray. It'll be great. I think it'll be fun. So I know someone will do it, but just give me a little taste. Just wet my beak a little bit with a small little Joey C caption in there. That's all, and you take it, fly with it. It'll be great if you don't mind. I do that for anybody that gives me. When people give me ideas, I always tell them who put the idea in my head. All right, so Donkey Kong says, when you ask about the idiots in the chat and an idiot on the panel, and an idiot's on the panel, yeah, Donk, you make a good point there. You make a great point. Donkey Kong, the delay fucks us up, and I'm not specifically sorry. I know it. Donks, no offense taken. My man, Rick called me last night. Rick, your voice threw me for a loop. You got this perfect voice. I was expecting on your picture to be like, yo, man, what's happening? Kind of like a 60s guy, laid back a little bit with the groovy, man, And you came up and he was like, he's just, I can't wait till we have lunch, brother. I got so many people that we do this trip again. Carter the Jib, Chris is making us a home cooked meal. He's got a new smoker. He's smoking us some chicken. He's got a whole layout. It's gonna be great. I mean, I can't wait. Donkey Kong says, cheers, Rick. Great guy, Rick. I can't wait to see him. This is what everybody's talking about. This is what broccoli when he would call me, and I will never say who he is, and I know his real name. I have his real phone number. When he said it's time to get Joey C, it's time for the turn for you. It was back when everybody would do was saying the turn's coming for everybody. Broccoli said it's time for you to get out. He wanted to launch me in AC. He thought it was perfect with Brennan being there, John being there, but there's nobody could steal John's thunder. Even Brennan couldn't. I don't even think if Brennan tried. John had the best. That was the last weekend John had any positiveness in life. Because according to Broccoli, John was treated so much like royalty. And these are some by people that who bash him. They laid out the red carpet for him. And this is the one reason you got to say that it's partially a lot of people's fault why John has got that. Yes, he's a monster. His mother made a monster. But when he had that weekend, that was it. He felt back on top of the game strong. He gave all his fuel because he said that they were buying John, shoving food down he didn't come out of pocket one time, but he left a lot of money in his pocket because Broccoli and convinced the lawyer, but he was royalty there. And this is what really pushed him over the edge. And Broccoli was loved John, wanted him to be the best, but he wanted me to, because it was right around the time John and I were still streaming, but the work was in, and he was going to pay for things, but John steamed right over and told, now, I need you to bring my boy up here. I need you to bring. So he drained Broccoli so much. I called him up and said, do not send me anything. Do not do it. I'm not taking advantage of the way I go. If I can't get it on my own, forget it. He'll tell you that if he ever merges. I did not want his help because when he was telling me how, it wasn't like the guy was a multi-billionaire. John was getting started to make them. He was like writing out demands. I want this. I want that. And he lived up to it, gave John everything, and then you don't see him no more. He's gone. He was set up big money he would go, here's my monthly rent to Brent. He would dump $100 every month. Here's my rent for the month. Guy's gold. But he's gone, and I don't know if it's because he just felt like he got shattered by the guy that he backed, or if he's got personal reasons. But if he's out there listening, Broccoli, I miss you. We all miss you. And if you can, every time, just pop it and say hello. He was always, I can't wait to get monetized and you keep it. And he goes, things are going to come good for you because you're a good guy. And I'm like, thank you very much. And I was just, I missed the guy. So I could call him. I got his number. I should shoot him text. I don't like to bother people when they're gone. I don't want to, he could be gone for personal. I don't know. But he was a good guy, and he was a guy that the chat room needed. And it's like, how do you think I feel when Deadpool's in here and he's got the wrench and he's people love him and he's coming back with the right things to say and he handles the chat. And Miss Kitty's a star. Forget about it. I mean, I'm just blessed. I don't want to get emotional here and cry, but Rick was one of the guys early stages that really took a liking to me and said that you're going to be great, man. Consistency. Everybody said the same. Be consistent. Be loyal to your fans. Give them. You're going to get better. It's going to come naturally as you're on the mic. If you can't grow by just normal stuff, then it's not for you. But I got a gift to give. I tell you, there's a lot of people say that they time me 5 hours straight. I was talking. I had a panel. They barely really talked. I didn't take a breath. They were like, how does he do that? This guy is like, just talk and talk. If I'm on a roll and I just block out the chat room and block out that I'm on the line on the internet, I've done it a couple times. I just roll in the story. And they're like, I look up, I went, holy moly, I've been talking for 4.5 hours. I just ramble on because that's the gift that God gave me. Now, if I take that gift and I channel it with all the people's advice and the good people that want to help, man, I should have been a talk show host years ago. I could have been bigger than what's the guy, Jerry, the guy that had the crazy talk show and he was the mayor of Cincinnati. The guy that just died. I forgot his last name. I'm bad. That's one thing. I got a very short. My memory's getting really bad. I don't want to get old. Is there anything I can do to bring my memory fibers in my head where I don't forget? It's all about what you eat and what you drink. I can tell you that. Anyhow, let's get to the chat. Talking, Kuna got good Wi-Fi. He ain't missing. Yeah, you know that. You know Kuna. Kahuna's right now, Donks. He's like, all right, let me just see. Let me just see. He might not be able to. Yeah, you remember that scene in Friday? Yeah, don't worry. I'll be there. You be feeling me. Don't worry. You may not see me play inside, but I'll be there. Don't worry. Yeah, that's cool enough. Don't worry, I'm listening. Don't worry, I'll be making my granite. You just keep talking. Let me see. That's right. Jerry Lynn, yeah, Rapport's good. Face match, but add a kahuna beard. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. See, Jerry, it looks like I'm looking at Jerry's, but Michael Rappaport. It's to the T. And that's everybody. They say there's a double of everybody. Every one of us has a double. Rick's picture. I'm trying to figure out. He's got that hip with the collar up with the blue jean. I got a blue jean jacket. Remember the blue jean jacket? We were cool when we had a blue jean jacket. I still got mine. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it. Bring yours, Rick. We'll flip up the collar. We'll walk in. We'll walk in together. Feel like we're back in the time that we really felt good. You know, Imus. The picture. Oh, the picture of Imus is Imus. Yeah, that's right. It's Imus. I know that. It's Imus. That's right. Howard Stern's. Is that? I didn't know that, Rick. That's your radio idol. You might have told me. I don't think you shared that with me. Yeah, that is Imus. Roy Howard Stern. When Imus passed away, I'm sure, and for you as being his biggest fan, I'm sorry for your loss there, buddy. But Howard bought what was the cowbell? He made sure that it would never be played again by him. You know, and I just think it's great. Rick, you're all right. Yeah, I already read that. Here he is. There he is. Lou the God, a.k.a. Big Blue. How you doing? I'm doing great, brother. Waiting excited for Wednesday, 2:30. Coming up this week. Maybe it might be tomorrow. It might be Wednesday. We might do that little come and get lunch day. We got a lot of things in the works. And like I said, if I have anything to do with it, if at best, if I could get two guys that I think really, you'd be friends with somebody for totally two different reasons that were friends or were good acquaintances or so good work associates, but just never agreed on anything, like Lou and Kai, which is a tragedy that those two they ever split up on that business aspect. I don't think they could ever be friends that like homeboys because they're just two opposites. But their Sunday sermon, and Lou sent me the copy that I'm telling you, if I have anything to do with anything, I'm going to try to make sure that they could do one more. And I think Kai's practical. I think, but I want to do it at the right time because these guys they're unbelievable. The magic they had when they were right it's a tragedy for me. For me, I don't know how many people have watched actual things that Lou and Kai have done. Now, everybody, we're all not throwing out home runs. If we were, we'd be rich and be on top of the game. But if you take the time to just look and listen, they just, it's a tragedy for me because I was a big fan of both of them and the magic that was there that I saw. So, that's all I'm saying. Make it happen, Kai. Make it happen, Lou. Please, one more Sunday show. Please. It ain't going to kill you guys. It'll be good, though. It'll be good to show people that even those two can come together for an hour and do something. And I know you both have it in you. I'm putting it on the air. This is the best way I'm going to fight you guys. Best way for me to fight Kai and Lou is by good, positive, constructive things about them that, my opinion. And if I box you in and calling you on the spot, I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry, Kai. I apologize now. I'm sorry, Lou. Make it happen. Listen to me. I survived the worst of the worst on here. It's epic. We need to see one more Sunday sermon from Lou and Kai. And I'm telling you guys, encourage it. I'm not telling you to talk. I'm not telling you to change, to hang out with each other. Make it happen, Kai. Make it happen, Lou. Think about what I'm saying deep down. Don't call me up. Don't write me. Don't say anything about it to me from this point on. Just listen to me. One more show, Lou and Kai's Sunday sermon. That's all I'm asking. Make it happen. And I'm telling you, you'll thank me. You'll thank me. Even if it never bears fruit to be anywhere to go up the chain, you'll both thank me for your soul. I promise you. I promise you. I'm usually right about things like this. I want to look down 20 years from now and laugh when I come down and be able to show that, to someone coming up that finds Lou and Kai. And just those sermons alone were the best. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Lou and Kai had a very special Sunday sermon. They didn't do every Sunday. Lou explained it to me that he's got to feel something. There's a feeling he's got to get if he's going to come out. But pure laughter. If you're in a funk and you want to find their best Sunday sermon, If you're down and out, music brings me out. My favorite music. This could bring me out of my worst because I'm a fan of them. So a lot of comedians, a lot of people that been seasoned veterans go listen to Lou and Kai's Sunday sermons, and you debate. You guys tell me if you think it sucked or if you thought it was good. I think you're both going to give it a thumbs up. It's a tragedy. I need one more. It's. Let's just put it. I'm dying. I'm on my deathbed, and this is my wish. Put it that way, Kai, because I know you're a practical man, Lou. I know you're stubborn. I'll buy you an extra chicken wing, okay? I'll bribe you. Make it happen. And do it the way like you do it when it's there. It might be about to plan something. You don't have. I'm not telling you to plan it. I could coordinate. We could find another coordinator with Kai coming up with this. And I know you said you guys got to feel it to make it work. I understand all that. Make it happen. I'm on my deathbed. Is my death wish. Okay. Thank you. Donkey Kong. The greatest thing about Rappaport is the New York City mindset. The worst thing about him is also the New York City mindset. Well, he's a true New Yorker, isn't he? I think that he stayed true blue to living in New York. But his backstory, he's his guy landed in some of the greatest movies there were. He had a bit part, but he nailed it. He was good at it. He's a good actor. I like to see him. I don't know what happened if he just, it's the era's over. They don't want no more Michael. There's a lot of Michael Rappaports, of course. But there was another guy in the movie industry that was always opposite a big star. I can't remember the guy's name. He's still acting. But anytime you see this guy act, he's always the opposite of a major star with a part. He did that. He did Hoffa. He was the guy that took over for Jimmy Hoffa with Jimmy Hoffa. He played that part. But if you watch that guy, he's always an opposite. There's Samuel L. Jackson, the movie about where Samuel L. Jackson was lieutenant in the Chicago Police Department. They set him up with taking the pension plan. That movie, he's in there. He's the internal affairs guy that was setting him up. The guy's always got a major part. There's a couple guys like that. What's his name used to be like that? The guy that played Gacy, the Gacy movie. He played John Wayne Gacy. It hit him up. He was a guy that always had a major role opposite of a major star because he just got along with everybody. He died too. I wish I knew these names. You guys know what I'm talking about. I hope you do. Okay, that's a long walk. Oh man, we might be up. Show might be canceled by the time he gets back. I got away with murder today.
I'm here.
You see, Donks, you win. We know you're lurking. Rick,
when you just really wound up, and I know it's. I've been waiting to come on because
we're just busting balls.
I don't know if I'm going to be able
to. When you listen to these guys every single day for decades, they become it's a fact. That's the thing when you're a true fan. Like Rick's making a point. When you listen to Howard Stern every day, when they were all in, you start learning all the players. First, you're making about you're a big fan of Robbins and Howard, and then of course Fred's gonna make. But then you start listening to everybody contribute. When Shuley, a lot of people think Shuley was a nothing. Shuley contributed a lot. Shuley was gold to me. I took immediately from the time when the time he played blackjack. When I first saw Shuley, I became an instant Shuley fan, but I used to get mad at Shuley because he would just ignore me. I'd write him. He'd write me back a three word something. You ain't got it. Go away. Because I tried so hard to get instilled in the house. And even Sal told me, nobody can help you at the Stern Show. Do something that blows something out the water. Trust me. You'll be on and you'll be a star. Howard, once it's not about us. Yes, we look for talent. But if you sent me something that I knew that blew me away, I would call one of my peers and say, "Isn't this guy gold?" And they're going to say, "Man, Howard's got to see this." They're not going to bring nothing on the table. They don't think it's going to rise his eyebrow. So I never could deliver that. And Sal was always, he goes, "Stop using the Italian card. I can't help you. Show me some gold that I could bring to Howard, and it's done." I respected that. I didn't have it. But if I had somebody, if I knew a bunch of people from like I know in this community that could have been someone that could help me, and I could perfect it, I probably could have got somewhere. Now it's gone. I'm old man, and that era's gone, and it was a dream that stayed a dream. That's it. We have a lot of dreams that you want to activate into life to be something that you got an idea, but a lot of times it's just a dream. But it's okay. Dreams keep you healthy. They keep you wanting to keep creating or just talking. So yes, Blue says Blue the God, aka Big Blue. laugh out loud. It ain't me, Joe. No, I've talked to him. And you know what? He's I love his answer. What he said. He did. You know what? I'll say another thing. He's never bashed anybody. I'm going to put that up. He didn't ask anybody to take down videos. He didn't ask any of that. Kai Brancaccio did not ask anybody to do anything. Okay, I want to make that clear. He doesn't sit on the phone with me and bash anybody. The man, it ain't in him. It ain't in him. Even Lou, as much as he's never. You know what he said to me? I saw what you guys did the other day. It's this is what he said. Positive way. I saw it because I don't want to rub anything in his face. But I just said, did you happen to see what Lou said last week? I saw. We'll see. That's his answer. We'll see. That right there is meaning he's open to listen how it progresses. So if Lou's already in, which I already see by his answer, he's in. He knows what I'm talking about. And Kai's giving me the answers he's giving me. It's going to happen. I'm going to get my wish day, and I'm going to see this happen. So I already know if everything stays truly, not just do it to do it, but if he's good at sniffing out who's phony, who's not. If he sees the sincerity, he's a practical person. He'll make it happen because I love him to death. We're so much alike, me and him, in so many ways that you guys don't even understand. But then again, Lou and I got so much in common too. And it's that balance I used to be. I used to have to be two different people. When I went to work at baseball, around all the highfalutin people and all the rich and the famous, I was a poor dirtbird piece of shit for the streets. But I learned how to be in the same room with all those people to like me. And my friend who I grew up with, who was a bad guy and was a gangbanger and did a lot of damage to people, he used to tell me, how do you balance that off from year to year? Because we know who you are, what you're capable of, but you got them people loving you like you're one of them. I go, I have to balance it. I had to become two different personalities. That when I was in baseball, I had never had to leak out that I come from a poor family. Not to say I was some rich guy, but I had to at least be smart enough to say, well, he's smart enough to keep his mouth shut when he wants to. When he talks, he speaks with something that's good. He's not really reckless in front of us with money, which I was, because people that brag about the rich and the reckless with money, they're not rich. They're just trying to front off. So I was reckless with money. I didn't have it. People that don't have it were reckless. But I couldn't do that because if I saw they were going to, I'm a number common guy. But I didn't make it look like I was some rich guy. That would be not right. But I just made it that I respected the fact that I might have a little savings, and that's what and talk to my. I just knew when to just curve my mouth, and I got so good at it, I turned it off like a dime. As soon as I reported that locker room my first day at spring training, I became the guy that I needed to be. It wasn't that I would be a phony. I just had to be the guy. If I wanted to maintain my job and support my family, I wanted to climb the ranks slowly. I had to just be the righteous guy, and I did that, which was respected. But when I went home, my homeboys that knew for 30 years, I wasn't going to go with them. Oh, hello, how are you today? Oh, thank you guys. I wasn't going to do none of that. It was like I'm talking like I normally talk with them. Oh, so that's all I'm saying. It's not when you do it. If you do it with good intentions and not phony, people respect it more. When you come out and you're just straight phony, it don't work. It don't work. You get caught. I've had so many. I'm in such a bad spot right now with a lot of things because of these wars that go on here and the internet. Which the bottom line is, Shuli said it best. We're fucking YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're not radio. Even Shuli knows that. When this was back early when I first came out, and they were fighting with Brennan all the time, and he's like, the bottom line, we're on fucking you. Like they'll say, sure, he thinks he's Howard Stern. He's on the radio. No, he don't. He does not. Shuli, first say it's YouTube. I'm right aware where I'm at. Shuli's so humble. I praise Shuli, and you shouldn't praise anybody. My wife said, no one should praise another man. No one should idolize anybody. And you want to see someone stick up for Shuli quicker than me? My wife thinks the world of Shuli because he's just a good human being. The bottom line, he's a good human being. And Rick used to really worry about because Rick's a big fan of Shuli's in the network. And he didn't, he just knows that I could easily fall into the, and everybody was like, yep, he'll be back. We go to Reddit. Joey C and John are fighting again. He'll be back swinging on his balls. And I've never been hated more by anybody than that's on Reddit. Even today, if I do something right, you'll get the 4 or 5 guys say, that's Joey C. And one guy, he can't understand it. And I got a lady that's in the chat room, Genta. Let's talk a little bit about that real quick. The other day, she said, why is Joey C such on everybody's mind still at this point? And she just don't get it. is because those are the people that took the time to know me. She hates me. She tears me up. And I'll tell you what, the way she talks to me, I've got no problem bouncing back on her, which I don't like to talk to women like that, but she makes it impossible to not be nice to her. Because I could just say hello in the chat room and she'll, I'm out of here. The asshole's here. She'll do something to make sure that she lets everybody know that I'm the hated. She can't stand me. And when she goes in the chat room and anybody starts talking about me in the chat room, she gets nuts. Why are you people still? She thinks I got nothing. And she's wrong. And I tried to reason with her. Then she left the TSN chat room because she would get, oh, they're bringing Joey C out. I'm gone. I'll be back in 20 minutes when they boot him off. This is how much, and I've never done nothing to this person. I just rubbed her the wrong way. So I get it. I get it that I come off to some people, but not the things after all these months that keep going on. But I'm sorry. I asked her, I cornered her, like, why? She goes, I'm just kidding. Learn to take jokes. And I'm like, okay, you're going to use that because you're lying. It's like, there's another person, I'm not going to mention name, but who just, no matter if I was showing a humanist side of me, no matter what I did, there was nothing going to please him. Once these people that are haters, that are miserable, once they get that hate that hates a person, they're not going to change nothing for anybody. It will never happen. You could have 1,000 people in front of that person saying, he's not what you're saying. If he was, he's changed and he's sincere. Forget it. It's done. I understand that. So I'm okay with that. But Shuli, the people that talk about Shuli, they have no idea what he is. The guy is gold. He's a friend. He's a true. First of all, he values friendship very much. He's got to be off camera right now. There's a lot of things going on, I'm sure, in his head. He crossed borders with John because John did so many bad things to him. John claims he don't know Shuli, but John will put Shuli on fire, and then Shuli's like, he'll be lying. If it's going to be to John's benefit, he's going to do it. But you know what? When it comes down to being a real friend, let me tell you something. And you got two choices. You better take Shuli over John because it'll be a real friendship. And I'm proud to say that because I wouldn't be nowhere near anything if I didn't have his support. And he deserves that for me. If any, because people say, how can you turn on Shuli? How can you say that? And I was so mixed, confused. And Shuli never, ever once called me out and said, man, why are you being a piece of shit? I'm just trying to. Never. When I was right with Shuli and I was going on John, and people say, no, you really hurt. Shuli's kind of upset. And I would say, and Shuli said, no, I remember one day they said, why? They were talking one day about me, and people were saying, why do you? He's, nah, I got to have me some Joey C on a daily basis. You guys just don't understand. You just don't understand the heart I got. I don't want to get emotional here, but Shuli. I'm just proud to be his friend. That's all I'm gonna say. The guy's a great guy. And I'm smart enough to recognize a true friend. TSN has been very good to me. And I'll never break their loyalty with them ever. I promise. Truly is worth to be praised. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He really is. And the fan base shows it, the loyalty of what they get. And people bounce on him and you just 7,000 memberships. You and they keep rolling over to stay at that number. People love them, and truly smart enough to know, if I'm by myself, I'm a little flat. It's hard to do a show by yourself. It's hard. I don't care how much experience you got. Like John claims, nobody's better than him. Right, John? When you talk a lot of, it's not hard when you could accept the badness that's being said about you, and you can turn it into to what you call, which is usually a disaster. But I'll give Vince the lawyer one thing. John can handle. He can handle a lot of things. He likes it. I think he likes the bullets coming at him because it just makes him be more dumber. And so yeah, it naturally for him. But truly, I just I feel that without his help and me evolving into the person he knew that I am, and then to kind of police me with good people to just support me and even though I might be going to be committing suicide, but just surely knows how to handle me very well. And he wouldn't do it if he didn't see. If Shirley thought I was a piece of garbage, and he thought I was, if he thought I had nothing, he wouldn't waste his time. Bob would waste her time. I don't know what it is that haven't evolved yet to that person that they believe that's going to be big, and you know, I get very emotional about friends and family. I'm sorry, because when I know someone's a true friend, I feel bad if I ever got out of pocket with that person. And let me tell you something. I tormented Truly for 3 months. So like he said, when I docked somebody in the chat room, that was it. He was done, but he still kept tabs on me every day. He shut me off completely at that point, and I begged. When he saw about 2.5 months in, I texted him and he answered. He must have turned me on. I took the chance, and he goes, "No, I can't do it." He goes, "I'll talk to you later," and that was telling me, can you now listen to me and not text me 100 more times? And I did, and that impressed him. All right. He didn't go crazy. I told him, nope, not yet, and I got to go. Don't text me no more. I did that. No crying. You got to cry once in a while, Chelino. You got to, brother. You got to. And I learned that, listen, it ain't always about me. He used to tell me, he goes, I mean, he would throw up all my free chats, surely, and they would make jokes because I didn't make sense, or when I text him and interrupt, and he would say, oh, I got breaking news. And he's the one that made breaking news because I was just come off the, and when people said, why do you waste your time with this piece of garbage? And he's like, no, you guys don't know him. He's just, the guy has got, he always tried to explain how the guy's got a heart of gold. He just, when I was with John, he goes, he wants just to be friends with somebody that's pure, because he understood that I was a great friend with people growing up. He saw that. He understood that. And you could see that somewhere down the line, I always kept getting hurt, and I just wanted that. The loyalty was so important to me. He saw that, and he brought me back to a place that I got humble again, and then I realized it ain't about me all the time. But he always, I mean, today I go in TNSJ. I don't watch them as much as I don't really have the time to watch too many people. I just got so many things I want to with my lovely wife and with my fan base now, and getting to know you people and to really connect with you guys and putting together ideas and listening to people with ideas. And and I hope someday I get like Shuey, those guys with all the great people that are talented and sending all these clips in, like the Sykes and the My Lost Interest and help me out here. You got My Lost Interest, you got Sykes, my favorite person that is my number one supporter. Oh my God, don't let me blow this, please. Citizen M. I mean, those are people. I mean, it's like I caught so much crap from people. They made me look like Melton tore your family up, your children up, and you're going to his beck and call. It was nothing like that. Melton, I watched him one day, and he said, he said on there, he says, I think I might have pushed the envelope a little bit too hard on these people. And he felt bad. He did. He attacked me, and he even admitted on air, he says, he said, let me just be serious for 1 second. He said, I did push the envelope. I went a little above me. He did. He crushed me. But when I found out something that got him, it was epic. I came back and I called him on Friday nights when he was high or drunk, and he was in his feelings. And I would just be a jerk. And I was proud to say that Melton shut down twice because he didn't want me to. I could get rid of me because I was just gonna. People it just ban him. He goes, no, I'm not gonna ban him. He never banned me, Melton. He refused to do that. But I hit a horn spot, and then he invited you to pay the whole freight, like he did with everybody, and then he said, no, he didn't do that because I pissed him off. But at the end, though, he was very gracious, and I was okay with it. People said I was a coward, and it had nothing to do with that. It's you got to move on. You got to move on. I'm not his best friend. I haven't talked about it since. I wrote him an email the other day asking if I can get the great super chat machine, the tip machine, because I talked to El Hurriga. I want to get that because a lot of people are starting to get it now. It's that like their favoritism. Somebody they're getting paid for it by inserting it to every show they could do it. I'm not saying we do okay. For us, we're doing. I'm content where we're at with the super chat. I'm content with the support because I love it all. It's just whatever we get is great. But eventually, we're gonna be like people tell me you're gonna blow up someday. That you're gonna get that joy if you stay right. Because that's when they said, listen, you got to stay true, friendship, and do a consistent show. Don't worry about that. And that's when I said they're right. And I've always been a person. My mother even said, she said, you're a lovable guy when people are loyal. When you find someone that really loves you and you give them that love, you got a lot of friends. So quit trying so hard. It's gonna come. They're gonna love you, son. Trust me. And she's right, my mother. She's so right. And she's the one I should always listen to. And that's what people say about me that don't know me out of left field. The same things that my mother would say. And I get emotional. I'm sorry because I fought for everything I got. Everything. I didn't have a mother or father that had anything. Nothing. And I didn't complain as a kid. I just went out and said, screw it. I got to go work. I got to go do it. I want that. I want those shoes that I looked at when the big was bigger than you go walking down the sidewalk and see things that you want in the showcase. If I wanted that and didn't want to make fun of them, I got to work for it. And it taught me a lot how to work hard and go after what I want, not just wait for hand-me-downs or someone to hand it down to you. So I appreciate that. And yeah, Cholino, no crying. Do you know what happens when we all cry together, Cholino? That's going to be the best. When we cry together, when we all cry together, and that's when we connect. And a man, when he connects with another man as a friend, and they could be just righteously talking, and they both start bawling, and it's kind of like women. I'm sure they got their moment when they're alone with their best friend or friends. They got their own way. Women gossip. Women talk about dicks. They all do. Even the married ones. They get in a group with women. They're, I fucked this guy last night, man. Wait a minute, what a fucking cock. Yeah. That's what women do, and that's the truth. We don't do that, Yeah, man, I'm a big job, Yeah, you get that, but guys don't do that too much. It's like we want to get into our feelings, and he's laughing, but I'm telling the truth. Am I?
I'm laughing at Cholino.
Am I right though? Women, they get in a room together and they're getting drunk, and they're like, man, but man, that guy's got no cock, man. He pulled his pants down. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? And it's true. A woman will say, no, that's too big. I don't want that. That's too big. But that's not true because they all want the high and big one. They want to get railed. Even the good Trudy Sushi women that go to church and their loyal wives, when you'll see them, oh my God, But then the women say, nah, that's too much. Because you only can go so far. You know what I'm saying? But men, we get emotional when we're with a group of guys and we're in the locker room or we're on trips and we cry together. We know we hit that moment. It's nothing to do with being, intimate as far as we're going to go now. We're going to go get naked, oil up, and we're going to go and do some crazy. We just look for that. When you get that connection with somebody, to me, it's the greatest thing in the world. And so, yeah, I cried a little bit, and Cholito said, "Don't cry." But no, we cry. We cry. It's okay. It's okay. That shows the sincerity of that. I'm deep. Julie is as quick, witty, and what he is. That's his timing. Look at what he came on my anniversary show. That 15 minutes. The things he was. It was just bam. He didn't rehearse none of that. He's that good. And I give him all. Brennan's got his same way. Brennan's got a quality in him that he's good. He does a lot of that, but he's really the opposite from what I hear when he's off the radio. I heard he's a great guy off the air. A lot of people told me this. I don't know. I got to believe it because a lot of people told me. Quick, witty, and funny, but funny and subjective, and it's okay to hate him or not like him or anyone for that. But yeah, you're right. He don't care. He just rolls off him. But for me, it's just, he's great. Rick from New York. Don Corleone needs to give up you a slap, Joey. You act like a man. What's the matter with you? You see how Rick just picked me up? You see? He knows that's going to snap me out of it because I'm a big guy. What I enjoy, Cholino said, what I enjoy about you in real life stuff is the time you were simple going through all the junk. Yeah, I remember that when I was kind of like show and telling and rolling stories about where you found it was brilliant. Yeah. And yesterday I had all these toys out yesterday, and it wasn't my show, but I got a meaning for all those toys. And that's me. I find a rock. I got a rock. I go through my stuff, these little tins. I'm like, what? Oh, I remember this rock. It was with my grandson.
Does Mrs. C come home sometimes and find you sitting on the floor playing with toys?
Yes.
I knew it.
Mrs. C is, well, I'll be honest, there's no Mrs. C coming home. We very rarely, we go everywhere together, so there's never really a moment where I'm gone and for any amount of time where she's gone. We don't have those moments because everywhere we go, it's together. But yeah, there has been times like she might have went to the grocery store and I had to go and like someone else took her to the grocery store, or she went with the daughters or with my daughter or our other daughter or took my son, whatever. There's been times like that, but very rarely. And I'll come home and I'll be like going through all my baseball cards. I'll be on the floor and I have baseball cards all over the place, or my comic books. Because one thing buying storage units, I would look to see what, like, these people when they lose their storage units and you buy it online, they'll find like a comic book collection. They'll put like a couple comic books. Like, well, there's comic books there. I got to get that storage unit. And we went to this one place and we found 5 boxes of comic books, and they were all common except there was 1 or 2 in there that had some value. Not a lot. I'm talking major value, but they could have bared fruit another 20 years now to be really popular. But the bottom line is, if you ain't got Batman 1, Spider-Man 1, Hulk 1, if you ain't got close to those, you're never gonna hit the home run. You gotta hit. Collecting is hard. But I mean, pennies. I like wheatback pennies. She come back one day. I had sacks and sacks of pennies all in the bed. You couldn't sit down on the bed. And I went and got this high-powered, detailed thing that I bought. It's a scope that, I mean, you could see when they tell you that there's a mistake in a coin that makes it valuable. And I got this thing that's looking for things you could not see with a human eye. You couldn't see with a normal magnifying glass, but you see the strike what they're talking about. And if you got those things, immediately go have it sent out to grade it. But I mean, there's some pennies that are worth thousands. Average quarter. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I liked wheatback and indie head pennies. I was a fanatic for it. But I'm cheap. I don't want to go out and pay and go to a show and pay their price retail. I just hope to get lucky. I'll go to the bank and I'll buy, like, today or tomorrow, I'm going to go buy $40 worth of pennies at the bank, rolled pennies. And I'll sit here and I'll unroll them all, put them in a bowl, and I'll start looking for, hopefully I catch a good penny. Because they don't sort them out. They throw whatever's in there. And you'll get these wheatbacks, or you get an Indian head penny by luck, and I hope I do. It could happen. That's the best. I learned that from a guy that does YouTube, how he does it every day. He goes and buys $30, $40 worth of pennies or nickels, because he says you never know. He's got most of his collectibles by doing that. So it's just an idea. Anyhow, Chelino says, thank you, Chelino. That means a lot, brother. I'm glad telling stories. I'm glad that's what it's about, because I like telling stories, because everything I got in my head and my heart is real, and it's just me. And I can forget I'm on camera and just get in them, because I'll get in a moment. I'm like, because I didn't have a lot of good moments where I was a normal child. I didn't have a normal Christmas. I wasn't real excited. And, if you got one nice gift, you were lucky, And there was times I remember, if you were the oldest, you didn't get it because the youngest got the best gift. That's just how it was with my mom, because, it was always my sister that would get it, or my brother.
We always got clothes.
Yeah. Well, how about the aunt? Did you ever have an aunt that would send you every year $10? She sent you $10 every year in the car.
Yeah, I missed
check. Yeah, I missed those. If I remember all the aunts and great aunts that used to send me $10, $5, or I had an uncle that sent me a $5 bill every birthday. I missed that.
We always got clothes when we got older.
Right.
Clothes for Christmas.
Right.
It's like my wife says, "What do you want for Christmas?"
Yeah.
Pack of underwear.
Yeah.
Give me underwear and socks, and I'm a happy kid.
Me too. I'm the same way. Give me wife beaters, because I fluctuate my weight, and they shrink. So I wear them around the house, and my wife goes, "Oh my God, you got to see how short that is on you." And I went out one day, and I looked, and people were staring at me, and my wife's laughing. I go, and I don't care. She goes, "Oh my God," because it looks so bad on me. I mean, I'll be with my pants on, and I'll be wearing a wife beater that shrunk, and I got no business wearing it because I got bigger, and I'll be walking around the house, and it looks like, she's like, "Oh my God," and I go out like that. I don't forget. I'll go out like that. She's like, "Oh my God." No. And I'm like, who cares? Or if I get really upset about something in the store, I'll just.
The only way you should walk out looking like that is if you're on your way to Walmart.
Right. No, well, I go to but Walmart. I met a lot of interesting people at Walmart. But I don't care. Like, if I get something upset about something, I'll just get really loud and obnoxious in the middle of the store, and my wife will just put her head down and walk away. And I'm like, what do you care? We're never going to see those idiots again. They don't know us. That ain't the point, she says. And that's how I am. I'm very outspoken like that. I can't help it. I try my best not to embarrass her, but I've done it. I've embarrassed her a lot. At least she points out, and she won't point out unless it's really bad. I walked around, and this is not right. Make my daughter, the one Savannah, that passed away, and I said, "Okay, here we go." And I invent this. Slow Druggy Mo was a character my daughter loved. He was kind of like, he was my evil R version of me, because he was a drug out, burnt out guy that ate all my cells in my brain, and it made me become incapacitated as a bad handicap. And I'm not going to use the R word. You guys know it. And I walk around Walmart like this, talking. Excuse me, mommy. I'd be calling, yelling at the top of mommy, I need you at the top of my lungs at Walmart. And Christina beelines faster out the door. Don't know me. And my daughter's rolling on the floor. Help. Okay, I'll help you, Dad. Excuse us. Can you?
That poor woman.
Oh my God. I'll just do. Or when I decided to dress up as Batman at Christmas, I went into Walmart and had her follow me around, her and my son with a camera. And the manager comes to me, sir, you must take your mask off in here. And I looked at him, I go, citizen, Batman will never demask himself. How dare you? Sir, you can't stay in the store. I have to call the police. And I keep walking, and I'd be walking. How are you? Walking up to people to meet you. How are you? I'm Batman, citizen. Can I help you? And finally, I had to go outside, and I started greeting people at the door until the police came. And I told him, I'm not. Yeah, but you can't do that. Have a nice Christmas. Yes, officer. Can you take your mask off? No, I won't. I wouldn't even take it off for the cop. I'll leave. I went to my sister's house dressed as Superman with a big belly. My Superman, I bought it off of the internet. It was a lady that made it. She told me the size. When I put it on, I broke it all up, and it had rips all over the costume with the fat hanging out. And I went to my sister's house with my grandkids, friends, family, and walked around her house with everything having eaten. And people were like, "Oh my God, he's nuts! He's lost it." And my sister that's just my brother. He's just, everybody loves him. The kids were eating me up, loving me. Uncle Joey's here. And they're like, little ones that just started crawling, looking up at me, like running away from me. They're crawling away from me. They're like, who's this nut job that just came in here? And my nieces used to I used to have this thing with my one niece. I would call her up as I was a Chong. I made up this, hello, da. It's called, is this Samantha? And I would leave her messages on the voicemail. My sister come on, hey, that guy called you, that Mr. Chong guy called you. And he goes, oh my God. And I will call up, hello, da, Samantha, that, Mr. Chong. Mr. Chong, leave me alone. I found out you're my Uncle Joey. Go away. And she hang up on me. And I call her back, leave a message. No. And I would just goof around like that with my nieces when they were little. And, they grow up, and I don't see my sister's kids in many years now. They're grown. They got their own family. My sister's got grandkids. And my sister and I, we live here. And she goes home more than I do. And they just got, you get your own life with your own family, and you forget about things like that. But I think my niece one day was talking stories about me. My Uncle Joey was crazy, but he always made me laugh. And that's just how I was, man. It's what it's about for me. I had my other sister's kid, they call me Junkyard Uncle Joey, because I always was finding stuff in the store.
Cool. Boy, we got a lot of new ones in the chat here.
We do. And I Junkyard Joe, they call me. I go be out looking for that treasure somewhere that I never found. And I was cheap. And one day I gave him $1 for his birthday. Do you know he still has it framed in his bedroom? The $1 my uncle Junkyard Joe gave me. My sister says that will never get spent because I'm cheap. I mean, I just am cheap. I used to be very cheap. I had to pay my bills, take care of my kids, and I had a habit. So that's the real reason. So they got that, he's graduated, moved on to college. He took it to college. He's got that framed $1 bill. My sister said, never take that $1 out because that's a national treasure. Your Uncle Joey gave you $1. He's now in college. That's the only $1 I've ever given him. Now, if I ever make it wealthy, I'm going to buy that kid everything. You know what I'm saying? All my nieces and everything. It's just, I don't care. I'll be broke. If I make it, money better come in every day and buy the pound, because I got so many people I want to take care of that I'm going to need it just to keep up with it. But I gave them a lot more with other things. I was always kind and give them advice, and I'm there for them if people were beating them up or trying to pick on them. I was good for that. But back in the day when I was an addict and I had my own kids to take care of, you didn't get too much money out of me, but I thought that was great. But they still got it framed. My sister talks about it all the time, and I love my.
Chileno says I got resting bitch face.
He does. Look at it. Doesn't he look at Chileno? That's a good point. Let's just say here. Chileno says, "Oh, we already read that." So let's. We're gonna go wrap it up here, folks. We're over 2 hours, but I stayed true to the chat. Told a few. Mike, shitty internet provider. I agree with at Chileno. I love you guys, man. Kahuna. Oh, Doom, is Doom here? Where's Doom?
No, you were naming off Clippers before.
Yeah. Oh, Doom, that's right. Doom was in there too. Doom does a great job. And there's a guy I misunderstood who came at me with something that came after my wife, and I didn't. I was irate. Me and Doom were battling. But then I took it, and then one day I said, honey, did you really watch it? And she goes, well, it really didn't bother me like it bothers you, but I know you get so upset. She goes, I don't give a shit what they think of me. And then when I knew that she could handle it, I always knew she could, but when I knew she was really okay with it, she goes, I don't give a shit. She started coming on the show. Yeah, man, I'll be a prostitute. I'm on the corner out there, And I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, just trust me. And that's when she started getting really liked more than me. And I'm like, she goes, just be yourself. That's all you got to do. And I go, that's what all they tell me. Be me. They understand all the quirks that come with me. Just be me. I'll be honest. I didn't want you to cry because I got a lump in my throat. You son of a bitch, you. This is the connection I have with Chelino. You son of a bitch. I know it's a great feeling, ain't it, Chelino? It's great, ain't it? Mike, may I respectfully ask why you keep handling money to SJ? Yes. Rick goes dry. It's nuts over anybody handling him. He's right, though. But John, in his own way, is, he knows how to pull that money out of everybody. He just does. Not big money. When people want to give to Brennan or Shirley, they really want to give. But John's got to work hard to get what he gets, But he don't work hard. He's lazy. But
I don't know what he made yesterday, but he ain't been making shit.
No, let me tell you something. I predicted the end's coming because I told you it was very big to me in a shitty way. How he trashed everybody. He said, "Fuck these guys. When they stop making me money, I'm gone." He don't care about one iota. And that's when back in the time when Rick was trying to explain, this guy don't care about nobody. I knew that. But I would let Rick know if something was being done that, I trusted him enough to let him in on anything. Just like I did Uncle Jack and a few other people that knew. Uncle Jack saved me one day on a show because they were calling me out as a liar. And Uncle Jack says, "Oh, I got to step in here. He's a lot of things, but I'm not going to let you guys call him a liar." He stood up in that panel and said, "He's telling the truth." Well, how do you know this? And he laid it out. And Uncle Jack saved me. And that's when some people on that panel said, all right, maybe Joey C ain't that bad. Maybe he is telling all the truth to them. And they recognize that. I got no reason. But I always make sure I got somebody that could come out and protect me if people are really coming at me. And Rick was one of those guys I just trust. I was just wondering if you tell me to mind my business. All right, let me see. I'm not being. Let's see. Mike, may I respectfully ask why you keep handing money to SJ? Which Mike are we talking about? Mike Shitty Internet? Is that what we're talking about? I'm not being a dick. Yeah. And he's not, Mike. He's not being a dick. Rick is just thinks like most people do that Stuttering John's a worthless piece of garbage, and he treats good people bad. He's just concerned, but he's telling the truth. If you tell me to mind my business,
most of Mike's chats are all $2 chats,
right?
And if he's
he's
ribbing. I mean, I wish he'd stop too.
But I mean, I'm just telling you,
people get a buzz out of that shit for for $2, whatever.
And they know they got to pay him something if they want to troll him. They know they got to pay the piper somewhere.
I've never given him $1.
Right.
Never $1.
Most people that really want to be in the limelight with him every day, they got to put up that $2-3 every day just to keep it going. And they're willing to do that just to laugh on him. And that's what he's got. If you go into John's, I don't get a link no more, but when you go back, anybody ever gave you a link, you can go back into that show and you can go into the count what they make. John has a ton of $2 super chats. Very rarely he's had a few moments where he had 4 or 5 guys that really loved him, and they're all breaking off of him, like I knew they would. And he just did it himself.
There's no heavy hitters in there anymore.
He can't keep them, but he don't care about them.
I ran off Leo Gunn now.
Yeah, Leo Gunn liked me a lot.
He wasn't the heaviest hitter, but he would do.
He gave John a lot of money though. He gave John a lot of money. He was a John heavy hitter. Yep. And Leo Gunn is the nicest guy in the world.
He wasn't. There wasn't a lot of.
He wasn't Deadpool. He wasn't Borgo like Borgo is with MLC. He wasn't like how Deadpool, how he blesses. No, he wasn't that. But he did. He didn't give. He would go give respectfully people $5 or $10 like Casey Armstrong, who he loves. But he gave John. He gave him even Brock Lee. He gave John a lot of hundreds here. John don't have that no more. He's right. But I couldn't stand him saying that about people. Even me to my haters. I'm like, John, but don't you? He goes, fuck them people. That's what he's telling me. When they stop sending me money and it ain't worth my time, fuck them, I'm gone. That's his outlet. And I just didn't sit well with me because even I'm smart enough to know, they got valid reason. Most people had valid reason to bounce on me, but I understand the haters, but they grind him. But he does it to himself. He never tries to admit anything that he's wrong on a subject that someone comes at him where he could fix it, but he don't. And that's wrong. He's got to give, and he will never do it. And that's where Rick used to open my eyes with that. We're going to wrap up here real quick. Mike, I already said that. So, Chelino, yes. Articulate John, I'm always cry after sex. Articulate John. Oh, boy. Gashes. No, this is gay talk. Now, this is gay talk. He ain't talking this stuff, no. I'm out of here. Sky Pie. Is this someone new? I never seen this person before. Another win for the Toe. Must be all right. The Toe won victory. I don't know much about Aaron, but, he does bring it. Mike Shitty in there. Hey, Joey, some YouTuber channels have some type of machine that actually reads the chats as they come in. It's like a super.
Is that
tip
like
system.
what Hackride has?
Yeah, Mike. I gotta. Can you? I'm understanding this. I'll if you can research or get me some.
Because Hackride's got something where he's got Eric the Midget reading chats.
Oh yeah, in my pocket, honey. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, physical. Yeah, honey. Yeah, it's honey. It's next to my bed. Yeah, yeah, honey. I take it.
Tell her we're doing a show here, for Christ's
Well,
sake.
no, she was respect. She handed me a note and asked me for something, and I'm the one that put it out there. I didn't understand. I was like, I thought she wanted something else, and I'm like, you know.
Yeah, Hackride's got Eric the Midget reading chats.
That's all. Yeah, but Hackride, he knows that. See, Hackride told me this. He's got all that equipment for AI, but he needs to have some kind of data from that person previously talking. He could turn anybody. He could bring anybody to life if he's got enough.
The same way with super tips too. You got to
right. You got to have the voice.
Kind of input.
You got to have some input. Like I wanted him to do a dear friend of mine who passed away, and I thought it'd be great to bring him back. And he goes, "Well, I got to have some hours at some of him talking to do that." There wasn't enough. He couldn't create it. You understand? So I don't know. Like this thing that Moody and Melton invented, which is a genius. I just wanted to have another tool where it would be cool for people because you got the list of people that you can insert the super chat. Of course, I'm in a. That's another thing. Here's another thing that what make me grateful that people, the ones that hate me, why is he an item? Well, come on. I mean, why am I included as part of with the lead of group of people that you could do the super tips and talk by voice? You know, they even got me as a British person, but I'm in that group. Why did what's his name take me to make me the shake? Why? Because it was funny. Because I do bring something, and I'm grateful. But people that really just straight out give me hate because they just hear things. It's like David Sarah, whatever his name is. The guy's running his mouth about me and I go, well, what's your bait? Oh, because people say it. Are you kidding me? Are we still on that? We're not past that, you know. And that's what gets me rolling. It chaps me, you know. But yeah, Mike, give me some more information. I'll talk to Hackride because I want to have this. I just think it'll be funny, especially for the morning show. If we got those people been able to save a super chat and we can make it funny with the people they already got. They got great people. Because my wife's like, they don't have me. You never. I go down. They don't got your voice, but he does it with Melton. Used to make people used to send a lot of stuff to Melton with me and my voice, and Melton the way it's how you read it. Truly is so funny when he reads super chat. It's how you read it. I learning that's it's not just okay. Hi Joey. Yeah, some YouTubers say have some type of machine. That's not fun. But Mike Shitty's internet provider. Hey Joey. You know and I'm learning that now. It's a character you put into it. I could turn this into somewhat where people go like, wow, that was cool. You know, I'm learning. I'm still learning, but I'm smart enough to pay attention. That shows that I care enough to want to do that. And that's all it is. It ain't about me. It's about I'm building. It's like the connection Chileno I just made. Yeah, don't cry. That's the moment for me. I made a connection there, a deep connection, and that's what it's about for me. Chileno at SkyPie. Did he make the goal? Oh, you asked SkyPie. Did he make that? Did he make the goal? Did Aaron make the goal? SkyPie says no, but it's still a W. Okay, well, I like the guy. I don't know much about him. I'm not getting it. I no, huh?
Steel toe?
I mean, I don't dislike the man because he's never done nothing to me. I don't know what his show's about. I know he does a lot of stupid things, but I don't like anybody that his children got involved in a way that it was bad. But I'm not a judge. I've done a lot of shit.
I wish I could get into the guy. I live so close to him, but
I'm not going to sit and trash the guy about that. He made a lot of mistakes, obviously. You should be going to his doorstep. You're so close and wanting to interview that guy. You know? I saw your page yesterday. You got me curious. I started strolling your page yesterday.
What
you know
page?
That? Your YouTube page. I seen it. I seen you working over there. I see your page growing.
Just got a bunch of shows. I did another short of Lulu yesterday.
I'm proud of you though. You're it's nice, man. You're gonna, you know what, Kahuna?
All this time on here, and I just got thinking, it's like, well, I should be
capture the moment. Capture the moments.
Yeah, I should be doing something with it.
Right. It's like did you guys know that? I never told you guys. I clipped something out of something I did in MLC, but I put too much of the clip. Do you know I got a warning from YouTube. He put it in He had Adam put it in. It was a bunch ago. I had to take it down. He gave me 10 days to remove it before he was going to take action. Brennan did. And I was still going on a show when he did it. And I said to him, "You son of a bitch." I said, "I took what I did. And I didn't take, it was my clip out of it, but I put too much of it. There's a way to do it because there was like 4 other things I had on there he didn't say nothing about. But I took like 25 minutes and put it on there. And they go, "You cannot do that." I did it to Hell of a Replay, to Tukey once. And he made a comment about it, and I took it down. He goes, "You can leave it up. I'm not going to hurt you." He goes, you guys, I didn't know policy. Just because I'm in the show and I'm clipping out my part of it, it don't work like that. And going on and put my thumbnail, I put my thumbnail on it with Tukey, and he could have ripped me apart. He was very gracious about it, and he explained to me. He goes, "I know you. He goes, I truly know you didn't do it for bad intention. I know you're just learning." And I took it down, felt bad. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't tell you to leave it up, buddy. I don't care." It's like when he wrote that song about cards, that song I like the Tukey sing, because he's brilliant. I said, "Could I play that?" He goes, "Use it all you want." And I never hear it. But he was very nice about it. Brennan backdoored me instead of just telling me that on air. I get this big thing from YouTube. You got 10 days to take this down. The creator or the person that belongs to wants it down. They're giving you an opportunity. Otherwise, they're going to go full throttle at you. That was back when he was going after everybody. But he left the other 3 alone because they were just short. And I didn't understand what it's just me. I'm trying to say, how could anybody tell me I can't take what's talked about me? You can. You cannot turn around and put your own thumbnail on, put your own intro on it, and say it's yours. That you can't do. And I didn't know. I thought I had the right to do that. It's me talking. You don't. You do not have the right to do that if someone else created it. And now I learned. And I'm kind of grateful that he did that. But he just did it in a shitty way. He did it professionally. And all he did was tell me, "Hey, take that down. You can't do that." I would have done it. But I took it down quickly because it would have been bad. The consequences for that is really bad. You don't want to get into that tape with YouTube. So, Chilino, it was that Sky Pie that told me to watch that show of you going through. Well, thank you, Sky Pie. Thanks, Chilino. Chilino, man, I'm so glad, Poppy, man, that me and you were making a connection, man, because it means a lot to me, man. Laugh out loud, Chilino. I forgot about that show. Remember, he put on that hat. Oh, the Christmas hat, the green and white one, where the big, kind of like the elf's hat.
I know who Sky Pie used to be, but I'm not going to dox.
I don't know who it is, so it's somebody that I probably know then, right?
Probably.
All right, that's good. Well, you can tell me after the show.
She's been here before.
You can tell me. Sky Pie.
I used to see her in a lot of chats.
All right. Well, I'm glad that she took the time to the voice he did while the hat was on was going through his stuff. Yeah. See, I could create some gold if I just think. I have it in me. Like I said, if you try to be funny, if you push yourself to be funny, it's not going to come out wrong. My wife says all the time, "Honey, when Shirley says something like that, it sounds funny. You really sound like you would want dick." She told me that. I go, "Honey, I love you, but you really sound like you really want to gobble up a dick in your mouth, when you say shit like that." And I'm like, no, I did not. She goes, "Go back and listen to it." And I go back, oh my God, that's bad.
You often sound that way.
And she's just trying to say, "Honey, it's okay to talk about that if you're going to try to, but don't try to be funny because it's going to come out wrong." Just, I try to learn. So I just decided that I can't make no dick joke. I can't talk about that. Because it makes me look like all I want is that.
God dang, I picked up 2 subscribers this morning. Thanks, whoever that was.
Thank you, Sky Pie.
I'm on a slow roll.
DAM, good morning to you. Chelino, that Joey doesn't wear underwear. Shit stays through. Listen to me. For years, I wouldn't let nobody wash my clothes but me. I do my own clothes. I'm so comfortable with my wife now. She's like, I'll clean you up, honey. I'll bathe you, It's like, no. She goes, "Why? Where's your underwear?" I go, "In the private bag." I go, "Shit. You hit me. I don't know. I've got a problem. I dirty a lot of underwears. I got to buy a lot of underwears. I go through a lot of underwears. I throw a lot out. I can't help it. I'm a human being, But you hit them, I do. Shit stains into my underwears is common. But I'm very classy about it. I go in and bathe and put them in a bag separate. And, if they're too bad, I throw them in the garbage. I tell you what, I did. Oh, look who's here. Commissioner of Cali. Look who's awake and not falling asleep. You're a funny guy. You're a funny how, huh? That's great. Welcome, Commissioner. Don't be going crazy on that scooter. I don't need to hear no bad phone calls. Duggan, God damn, Joey, you sound like a WAP version of me. By golly, I sure do, son. Man, oh man, that Joey C's a funny kind of guy, you know. Chelino laughed my fucking ass off. That was funny as fuck, Sky Pie. Mike, shitty internet provider. I think the machine is called text to speech. Yeah, that's what. What's his name? The guy's been telling me. He's been driving me nuts about it. Chums, what's his name? Chum. That one guy that always in the chat. He lives, and I found out he lives 10 minutes away. He goes, I'd help Joey C, but he pisses me off so much. I'm really 10 minutes down the street from him. What's his name? The guy, man. God, he's a loyal to Tuki and them. I don't know if Kinky Loco's still here. Chud. What's his name? Chud. I'm close now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Big Chud or little.
I can't think of it either.
The Chud guy, the guy that's got the name Chud, and he's got some.
Yeah. Anyway,
he was talking to somebody in the chat the other day. He goes, I like Joey C, but sometimes you just can't work with him. And I would help him out so much. I got so many. He goes, I live 10 minutes. That's
the way I'm feeling this morning.
Yeah, he goes. He made it known he lives 10 minutes from me, and he would really like to help because he likes me, but he feels that I'm not going to learn it, and he's wrong. I listen to everybody. I might have to critique it to where it's my way. I'll still get the perfect credit. But man, if he's been saying this called text to speech thing. Look into this text to speech thing. We got to find out about this thing. Same thing. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, talk to Hackwright about it. He'll tell you about it.
Well, Hackwright, I'm so busy. I don't bother Hackwright anymore. I mean, he's one of my true mentors, and he's like you told me. I'm always watching you. When I do something,
he'll make time for you.
I'll tell you what.
Good about that shit.
Let me make a bad mistake right now. It'll cost the channel. And that demon will be on my ass like take that video down right now. Have you not learned anything? He's like, do not threaten. Do not do this anymore. You're better than this. He saved me a couple times just recently. And he's right. And one day I go, when I did. He goes, here's the pathetic part. He says, you don't even realize or remember you did it. And I didn't.
Dr. Chow is here. Good morning.
There's my number one supporter right there. I promised. The promise to him is made. Do never forget him. And Dr. Chow, I can never forget you. You'll be right there, not behind me. You'll be in the entourage. One of my boys, right there up front.
Is he going to DabbleCon?
I don't know. He's been so busy. Hey, Dr. Chow, are you doing a regular show now with the Mud Shark? Because that was brilliant. You're doing the weekly review thing. His timing, I know that was all you. That was outstanding what you did. Did you see it? Did you see what he did? He was doing an award. He gave Carlos Danger a big award, his pick. Because Carlos Danger is an everybody good guy that he's good. He tried to help Ray in so many ways. He's a good guy. He don't ask for nothing in return. Spunk Man. Gash is coming. Who are we calling Spunk Man? Who are we calling that to? That's a great name. I like that. Spunk Man. Same shit I do at Walmart, Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Sky Pie, I was trying to protect you. I'm not looking to go after you.
No, he's not.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
welcome to the chat.
He protects everybody.
Not like I'm going to go after her.
I got to respect
just know
that.
what your old name was. It's no
That's
big
all.
deal.
He wouldn't say nothing bad. Chelino asked Sky Pie, you should tune in here in the mornings. Is with these guys. Joey tells some stories and they pretty funny. Thanks, Chelino. Well, it's just you find the right person that can bounce off you and get you. Let's go. We're too long on this. We got to chat. You know how his timing. He knows when he's going to step in, and I can't get mad at that. I mean, he's my partner. You know, so I got to respect. Hey, here's a guy. I want everybody to Eco Pineapple's got a great show coming out. It's the British version of Dabble Point Dabble or Point Dabble Point Dabble. It's Pint Dabble Pint. I think am I right? Pint. Am I right? Pint.
Yep. Yeah.
Outstanding.
I subscribed yesterday.
Yes, we're gonna get you. We're gonna listen to me. I hope you prosper and grow bigger than anybody could be because I think you guys are great. Rochi really impressed me. Here's a guy that has very, very, very deep opinions about me in ways that I don't like, but he's also reasonable. But when I saw Rochi on that ladder and just with his accent, you know, the Brits, they're very, very entertaining. I was talking to somebody privately yesterday when I was talking about Pineapple, and he goes, yeah. He goes, does he sound like this person to you? And I said, he does, but my wife said, it ain't him. And he goes, yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's him too, but I go, I don't know. I don't care. If it is who he is, if it is who I think it is, even he deserves success. And if he found something now and he never lets people know but the people that's close to him who he is, I hope he goes to the top. And if you are that person, you know that I know if I'm right and all you said you were a good guy and you wanted to be a friend. That's what your main deal was. So if this is you, bravo, my brother. Bravo. Don't ever let me know it's you. Don't let everybody know and be successful. The pineapple's a genius. Now is what's his name going to Clay Dabbler still going to be hosting the next show because you were out of town or something? He's not.
No, I'm talking to the chat.
Oh, so I know that
just asked me a question. I said,
okay. Well,
he said, "Can you read the chat?" I said, "No."
You can read it. Go ahead. I don't care. But please
no,
support.
He said, "Can you read this?"
We'll read it. We'll read it.
He was wondering if I was watching the chat.
Oh, okay. Chileno TBK has resting bitch face. Yeah, he does. I didn't watch him. He's got that evil look. He doesn't look like Vince Lawyer right now. Look at the little smug he's got, like Vince Lawyer. You know, Look at him. Look at him. You know.
Oh,
he raised an eyebrow to me about Vince Lawyer, but be careful because he knows how Vince.
Boys.
Yeah, Vince he's been doing good with his new channel. He's really, I mean, he's great, man. He everything he laughs about when he sees John.
Is he doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday again?
Well, I every time I turn on, he's got a new show on. I think he's been doing it every day trying to get. But he's supposed to be going back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I didn't look yesterday. I didn't.
But you see the name of the show, the name of the channel, something law. I gotta believe it's
Lazy
really him.
Law Network. I think.
I gotta believe it's his law firm, and it's just people that because they already had 11. He's been running that channel. I gotta believe side by side with him. He's smart. He's a lawyer, but he's a friend, and he gave me a great compliment because I was sincere, and that's what Kinky Local came over on. He said it was cool that how I tried to help Vince and show the human side of me that bygones be bygones. We got Kinky Local now as a member, and he's over here watching us, and that's great, man. Because that's only going to be good for all of us. Because Kinky Local and I went round, and now he's here, and I love the guy. Thank you, Sky Pie. If you didn't keep me up all night, I'd be able to tune in for the morning, Chileno. Thank you. Well, stop keeping her up. We need all the people here. I got 2% of females that watch any of my shows. That's bad. I'm a married guy with kids, and I'm a good grandpa. I want more women to watch the show. We need the women base to balance off. We got a lot of old men here, but mostly 35 and up. We very rarely got anybody below that, and that's understandable. But women, very low percentage, very bad. Even my wife don't have a lot of women for her show, and that's bad. But women love her. They all talk nice about her. They just don't watch. I don't get women. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's hard. Listen to me. I've never figured out a woman. I've never understood all the way till I learned about love with this one. I understand it, but to try to figure out a woman, don't do it. You'll never figure it out. Let them be gracious and let them lead you. If they care, they'll lead you in a good place always. That's all I can say. Kahunanui. Wait a minute. We're getting double time here. What do you write in chat because you don't talk much on the show? Oh my God, this is insane.
You're rambling on. What? I can't squeeze anything in.
At Mike, is that what Hackwright used to make it sound like Eric the midget is reading? Well, he does it when he re-events, like he brought Jerry Lewis to life. He did a bunch of shows. We had Jerry Lewis in hell. They were all in hell, and it was their voice. It's the AI. You got to have so much data to feed in to make it happen to bring him alive. He can bring anybody alive if he's got the proper data.
Today is Sky Pie's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sky Pie from Catalano TV and Kahunanui. Happy birthday to you.
All right. I got to learn how to use auto-tune.
Everybody, let's all wish Sky Pie a happy birthday. All right. Slap him like a bitch. That was one of my favorite lines. My very first thing. Slap him like a bitch. Someone made a video of me saying that to John about something, and they put it like real fast. Me saying that. It was great. That was great. Happy birthday. All right. Eco Pineapple. More dumpster diving stuff. I got a few of them. I tell you what, the one time when I jumped in, there was a raccoon right there when I jumped in. About scared me out. I jumped about. You never saw a fat guy get out of a dumpster faster than I did. You never. Because if he'd have got me in there, I'd have been done.
I don't see a lot of fat guys in dumpsters.
You don't. I've been telling you. Or the best is when the police are creeping and they're coming down and you're in the dark way in the dumpster, and here come the police. They roll up on you. And they roll up and they park and they walk up on you. You're in the dumpster and here comes the flashlight. Because some places it's illegal to do that. And I didn't know that. And they got laws about this. But I was just looking. Because there was a dumpster we found out. We were competing to get there faster than the next guy. Because there was people throwing away some good stuff, man. And I always Christina wheels and deals. Anything that is good, she'll sell. She's that good as a salesperson. And I'm like, that's junk. Trust me. And by golly, she sells it. Whether it's $5.
We've been on so long. Scott Fitzpatrick is awake.
Oh, come on. We ain't been, man. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get going. I'm way over what I'm supposed to be. I really am. It's 11:40. Skypie, we just heard 12 different stories in 4 minutes. That's the beauty of me.
Yeah.
Because I got to be, that's the beauty of me. I'm working on that. I'll cut them down and get more. It's coming. All right. Kahuna, Mike Shitty in there. I don't know what Hackwright uses, but I believe it could be his funny addition to your show. Yes. That's all I was trying to say. And OJ got crazy. No. Mellon said, no guys like you will ever get that thing. You're just are. He thinks I'm dumb. OJ thinks I'm the dumbest guy on the internet. I can never figure it out. He's nuts. Wait till I see OJ. I'm gonna have a heart to heart with OJ when I get to DabbleCon. It's happening. OJ used to help me every day and thought the world of me. Now he's like, I'm dumb. He's like, really thinks I'm dumb. Joey, you think I'm Clay? No, I don't think you're Clay. No, absolutely not like Clay Dabber. No, I'm thinking about my worst person that got in my skin worse than anybody is who I think you are. And he's from the UK. And all of a sudden he disappeared and just vanished in the thin air. And I think it's you. I really do. And I'm happy for you. Because if you don't have to tell me, but if it really is and I figured it out, you're on to something, my friend. And you were right. You can be funny. If it is you, I'll be watching you every week. You wrote me, if it is you wrote me an email a couple weeks ago just to check in on me. And, at one point you thought I was a coward, really bad. But you always said, I'm really a good guy. You just always trashing me. That's not true, though. You were being very hateful troll. If it's you, God bless you, brother. I don't think you're Clay. You know who I'm talking about now. So, Donkey Kongton, have a great day, y'all. Chelino, Donks, bum. All right, that's it, boys. We got to go. We got to wrap it up. Anything, Mason? We got to get Mason. Dave Sauer lays with other men for drugs. Yeah, I know that. He sucks dick for drugs. We got to do what they got to do. He does. He literally does. He says, at least I admit I'm a scum. He's a California dirtbag. That's what he is. And he does suck dick to other men for drugs. Crack will make a man suck a dick. I'm telling you, it will. It's sad. Another man will suck another man's dick for crack. He won't do it for meth. He'll do it for crack. You understand what I'm saying? You see the similarities? You see what I'm talking about? And he admits it. He's okay with it. Yeah, I suck dick, brother. I sucked 10 dicks last night to get that crack rock. I mean, come on. That's funny shit, man. I've watched a lot of guys in the neighborhood in Chicago, that like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just in the backseat with that dude. Suck it on. He goes, man, you don't know how it is, man. I got to have that rock, man. And I'm like, holy fuck, man. I could never do that. Nope. He used to be the body parts. All right, everybody. I hope we're enjoying the morning show. It's the morning show with CC Joe and kahunanui. The best partner anybody could have. We're the best combination. We really are good together. I got so much respect for this man. And I'm glad I got someone that cares enough to keep me going. But I'm the king of 12 stories in 4 minutes is a record. 12 different stories in one day. I'm happy.
You've done more than that.
Have I? Chelino?
Yeah, you can rattle off 4 stories in under a minute.
Chelino, I told you someday me and you were going to be tight, didn't I? I told you that months ago. Oh, you're going to like me. You're going to be around. You're going to be watching me. I'm going to make you like me. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to tap into that emotion. Love you, brother. Chelino gets the shout out of the day. You do, brother. It's for you. Hey, Adam, put Chelino in the. All right, boss. Put him down in the whatever we put it in. Put his name in there with that. Chelino gets the pick of the day for the morning show. We love you. We're going to do that every day now. We're going to put someone in the description. Chelino got it for today. Thank you. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Watch Kai and Friends at 7:30 in the morning. We got the Alpha Shot launch tomorrow. Watch me tomorrow, 2:30, with Big Blue Lou on Lou the God's channel. Busting balls at 2:30 on Wednesday. And I'll be on tonight with Night Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk was Gino Bobino invented that name. We'll be back tonight with that. Kahuna, hit your plug so we get out of here.
Catalano TV, right here, the morning show with CC Joe and myself. Every morning at 9 a.m. during the week. Alpha Shot Lounge on Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Cut of the Jibs channel, we're on a 2-week hiatus over there. But normally we're on the Alpha Shot Lounge Mondays and Fridays at 7. No Filter with Andrew, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays at 7. Jason Bardo X's channel every night at midnight. Every night, 7 days a week. Bored half to death. And then go over to Hack Ride Studios. DJ Electra's show, if she's still here, I hope she can tell us if the lunchbox is just on a hiatus or if they're done with that. The show was doing so well, so I think they'll be back, but she's been having a lot of pain issues with her back, so we're waiting to see how that turns out, see if that comes back. He's got Catch 22 on Tuesdays and Unboxing the Eric Midget on Fridays. So check that out. He's got a lot of other stuff over there to see too. Hit me up on Twitter at kahunanui952, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, the same handle at kahunanui952. Okay. That is all. Thank you.
Real quick, Dr. Chow, big shout out. I saw you here. Scott, thank you for popping in. I missed a few chats, but I do recognize, and sorry, Eco said look at DMs. I got Roger that. I don't know which one you want to read. If we missed it, we're sorry. Mike Shit Internet, hello, big shout out. Shout out there. Johnny A came in. Hi, that's Johnny A. Sorry, I missed you. Dr. Chow, hello. We miss you. We love you guys.
Hey, did you get the super chat?
No, I didn't get no super chat. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Thank God. Mike Shitty Internet, thanks for the $2 tutorial on YouTube. How to set it up text to speech. Yes.
I got you, Mike. I got you.
Mike, thank you. I didn't see that. I almost went out with, we would never do that. Thank you for reminding me. If I missed anybody,
so you got to stay on the chat, goddammit.
I'm doing my best.
You are not still doing your best. They want
to hear stories too. That's why they come and watch.
No, they don't want
no story. They're just supposed to go right to the chat from beginning to end.
Story here and a story there just to break up the chat.
Oh God! All right, guys, I love you.
I got to try and use the chat to break up your stories. It's just there.
No. But I enjoy the chat, so I love it. But we can't get everybody because I got to tell some stories. I got to. I can't. I got to. That's all, folks. That's all. Hey, goodbye. We love you.
Nice seeing you in here, Dr. Chow.
Nice to see you guys. Thank you for everything. We'll see you. And here we go.
Joey C and Honey C watch the TV screen. Kai and Spider laughing loud, making quite a scene. Honey Bee, she sneezes, laughter fills the room. Kahunanui steps in, chases all the gloom. Catalano TV fun times, every blue sprit's alive. Friends just being who they are, stars under the same sky. Spider flips the channels, Kahunanui stays close. Joey strums guitar strings, Honey C feels the most. Laughter echoes endless, stories in the blue. Kai and Honey dreaming, making moments true. Catalano